Welcome to the Missouri Woods and Water Podcast. Full crew tonight. Nate, Micah, Andy, and then we got returning friends.
Guests.
Whatever you want to call. We got Austin over here, Jesse, and Harley.
Jesse Bunger,
Harley
Smith.
Smith, that's right.
See? I know names.
You're getting better.
Of course, it's nice when you got a generic-ass last name like me.
He's like everybody else.
You actually have a more
Smith
common
and
last
Thomas.
name than me,
Yeah.
probably. That's
Ain't nobody got my last name.
no.
Bunghole.
Or yours. Or yours.
It's funny. There's people actually in my hometown that have my last name that I'm not.
That are not
related
related to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
damnest
you're
thing.
related.
There's
some
a lot.
related.
Yeah, you
It's
are.
Stay away.
It's a really long ways away.
you are.
somewhere down the line. Yeah.
I'm your cousin. Don't I turn you on?
Wrong side of the river for that.
That's where mange comes from.
Relevant.
Fellas, say hi to YouTube. I think Jesse and Harley and Austin, you are our first guests in studio that'll be on YouTube.
Well,
Wait a
aren't we
minute.
Special.
No,
Pat
Austin.
was.
Special.
Pat was.
Oh, yeah. True.
I lied to you.
Well, thanks for making us feel
Austin,
special for
technically,
nothing.
you were on an in-studio show like
Few years.
a year ago that we used the
Video.
Yeah,
little
it
cam
was,
for.
it was the one that went for forever.
And
It was
it-
the prairie dog and
Yeah.
decoy dogging.
and it didn't go well as far as like video. So now I'm actually using my wife's 10-year-old Sony Handycam.
Do you think our listeners
So you got to be careful what
They
you
don't
do.
give a shit.
I don't think they really give
The
a
ones that are watching on YouTube, they care. They're here. Andy's in just for the listener. Andy's in a cranky mood.
Yeah, Andy's been in a mood all week.
We
We're gonna cheer him up.
started an hour late.
Because of Andy.
You could have started without me.
Hey, we tried to. Austin wanted to wait for
It
you
would've been
because he
completely
loves
fine.
you.
You could blame
I don't
him.
love you. I just didn't want to listen to you bitch the whole way home.
I would have been.
He's going to no matter what.
He's gonna bitch now because he's like, it's so fucking late. I got so much I gotta do tomorrow and blah blah blah.
All of us can't just drive around and plug propane into shit.
Hey man, pick a different career. What do you want to
I mean, you did have banker hours, so we're just going to throw that out
No, I'm
there.
just driving around. Hey, you guys want some seed? I'll give you a great deal on this seed I got.
That's right.
Pretty fucking easy. Don't get it.
kind of like a nice drug dealer. Hey, man, you want to buy some crack?
I will say, isn't tomorrow your deadline?
It is.
Yeah.
I get it. Big day. Whatever.
Well,
And then it's over. Then I get 4 months off. Oh.
So that means you
Hope
will
you
be in a
get flat
better
tires
mood
on
come
that one.
Saturday.
I'm going to do it.
Oh, jeez.
Why are we celebrating, guys?
You tell us, man. You're
I'd
the one-
say
this
let's-
year.
yeah. Let's put a point on this pencil here, bud.
I'm just letting this marinate.
Wish you would.
Marinate.
People are
We might get, what do you call that?
demonetized.
Demonetized or whatever because of that. But
I think you have to get monetized.
we are
first.
celebrating because this is our Coyote season kickoff show.
It is.
Hell yeah.
We haven't talked about coyotes in a while.
Fuck
Done a lot of
whitetail.
deer.
Dumb, stupid sons of bitches.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I like
Sorry.
Hey, don't talk about coyote bait like
I like
that.
whitetail. But
Somebody didn't kill a deer.
I did kill a deer, just not one that
They had antlers.
had antlers.
she'll taste good.
If I remember right, you were bragging it up last year when we did this kickoff.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a deer
He's a
killed
pretty-
that?
I'm not
Didn't
a
he
big
kill
bragger.
a deer that
He's a pretty cocky asshole.
you stuck him in an easy stand or something?
pretty much.
Is that
He
what
said,
it was?
He said, walk to here, shoot this deer.
Yeah. I remember that
I
last
think
year.
that's exactly how it went.
I've never denied any of these. But me being a cocky asshole,
That's true.
That's all true.
It's all
okay.
true.
Okay, sure.
It's all true. There's no
Sounds to me like you guys are
sarcastic
jealous
nature.
I can't kill big as deer as Micah can. But
Well, that's
Whatever.
true. That is true, Mike. Well, Andy's.
no, Andy's isn't as big as Micah's.
Yes, it is. Oh, I see what you're doing. Do you need me to come measure both of them?
I mean,
Andy's, yours has never been measured.
Oh,
Not
yes, it
green.
has. Mine
Not
has been
green.
measured.
Not green.
Micah's hadn't been measured, not green.
I've measured his
Yes,
not
it
green
has.
now.
I wasn't there, so it doesn't count.
I'll do them both together.
Green scores.
It went.
I don't
I
disagree
hope we're
with you.
still talking about deer.
We are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not no 9.5-inch suppressor.
On a quick deal, how did y'all's whitetail season go? Get anything?
We had a good year. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I took my girlfriend and my 8-year-old out, both for their first deer hunts, and they both
Right on.
killed decent bucks.
Nice.
And my daughter killed a big one again. She's the luckiest kid I've ever met in my life.
There's always one.
Hey, somebody's got to be killing the family.
Right. I mean, we didn't kill nothing that score real high or anything. I killed a nice old deer.
Yeah.
So, new place to hunt. We took 6 deer off of it. And,
Can't beat that.
Pretty good season.
Hell no.
Now we're ready for coyotes.
Right.
There you go.
Of course, they don't have anything to eat now. You
Right.
got rid of all the deer,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
cool.
Yeah. There's no sense of hunting coyotes in that area. They've been full of gut piles for a month now.
Right.
Don't do the prey to stress.
Right.
No
They're not
prey.
hungry.
Yeah. What about you, Harley? What'd you
Shot a doe and got a little 130 inch.
You shot
Hey,
a nice
man.
deer.
Yeah.
So
It's a good deer.
How many
It was a nice
points
deer.
was that 130 inch though? Because that makes a difference.
Why?
No, it doesn't.
Hmm?
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
If
I
it
see
was-
what you mean.
It was
If
a nice deer.
If it was like 14 points.
130 inch.
No,
8
it definitely
point
wasn't.
versus
It was,
130 inch 12 point is
Yeah.
a big difference.
True point.
I don't even really count points. I don't really care about the
It only had
the
2
measurement.
points.
It was just
It was a big spike.
He's one
Yeah,
of
it
those. It,
was.
had 14-inch back straps.
All right, 60 inch spikes.
how many points did it have?
How many
I don't
points?
know.
Okay, well, let's see here.
I'm
Our
gonna have to go
coyote season kickoff show has started off
It's just a
the
quick
wrong
one.
fucking direction.
It's just a quick question. He's the one making it difficult.
Me?
Don't know how to
I don't
fucking
have.
count.
I don't memorize stuff like that.
We are excited.
10 or more.
It was just a nice little 10.
Okay, perfect. Good job, man. Proud of you. All right,
It
back
should have
to
been
coyotes.
11, but a point got knocked off.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Want to talk about deer hunting some more, Micah? What other deer hunting
No.
questions you
Well,
got?
I mean, he didn't ask me yet. No, I'm just kidding.
We already know.
Did your brother do anything else this week?
No.
No.
How many coyotes did he see?
He didn't try very hard.
He saw, I think he saw 2 or 3.
Ooh,
So,
how about that?
yeah. They're there and they're full and happy.
Were they
And-
in the northeast corner?
And you will
Yes.
go exactly where you're told to go there.
They were
No.
In
No, listen.
the blind.
they were-
Listen.
one of them was chasing deer. By the way, too.
I have heard stories about if you kill stuff on Andy's farm, you have to do digital taxidermy. I can't afford to kill coyotes on Andy's farm.
That was an awesome deal.
Yeah, it was a pretty
And
good
we
deal.
almost got to take it. We almost got
I
to
mean,
take
I
it.
felt like that was fair.
No,
it
that's
was
definitely
perfect.
I told them they can go sit in my stand, heated, blind. They could shoot whatever deer they wanted.
This is for our kids.
for the kids.
Yeah.
If it was over 130 inches, I wanted a digital taxidermy of it.
Have you heard about that? Seen that?
Oh, yeah.
If it was,
That's cool.
If it was
Yeah.
under 130 inches, or any buck, they had to
Wait.
shoot 2 does for every buck they shot.
Andy's got a lot of does.
That was fair.
Yeah, I thought that was
fair.
a great deal.
Yeah.
I think you could road hunt from I-70 there and not slow down and still hit a deer.
Yeah.
Just it's pitiful.
feel like
There's
you
a lot of
tried.
them. There's a lot of them.
I'm sure people have.
Oh, I know they have.
All I
Yeah.
know, the current condition of my work car, I'm not hitting the brakes anymore.
But for the listener, a lot of people listening to our show and just that are coyote hunters in general don't really start their coyote season until after deer season for the most part, around the first of the year. There are lots of folks that hunt kind of year round. Austin's one of them. He's always doing stuff. Andy sometimes with them, us sometimes, but definitely slows down in the summer months into fall, especially for guys like me, Micah, and all of us are big deer hunters. It slows down in the fall. I'm guessing for you guys too. So a lot of the people listening, like, this is when coyote season starts ramping up.
Right.
And so last year, I didn't even really kind of realize was I texting you when I realized that our coyote season kickoff show had you in it last year?
I think so.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's when I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, was Jesse here for that?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, shit, we should just do this again.
Yeah.
We'll run it back.
Well, it works out good because your guys' tournament.
Yep.
Right. Here in just a
Well,
couple weeks.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, I don't know, just a big kickoff because it is
Yeah.
after deer season.
Yep.
It's one of the first major tournaments around, so kind of
Yeah.
works out good.
A lot of folks, we're recording this December 12th. It'll come out
Next
a
Tuesday.
couple days from now, and then next Tuesday, so whatever that'll be. So, we still technically have a month left of deer season.
Right.
I'm tagged out. My children are not. Antler of the season goes until what, Saturday?
What are you just bitching about? I was talking about deer
I
season.
I think
know,
Sunday.
right?
I'm just talking, huh?
I think Sunday.
So, I maybe could take
I think
one of
Sunday's
the
the last
boys
day.
out to try to get maybe a doe, like maybe Bennett or something, my little boy who hasn't killed a deer. But for a lot of people, it's kind of starting to wind down,
right?
So like they start thinking about other stuff, ducks and all those stupid things that fly.
Yeah.
I know you guys like that, but
He doesn't.
I do not.
you do. You like
I'll
the fly.
go.
You like the wings, huh?
A little bit.
I'll go every now and then.
I
Just
know
to
it's a
kill
good time. I can't
I know
do
it
it.
would be a great time.
It'd be awesome. I can't do it.
It's a lot like coyotes. It's
fun.
It's
It's
a
a
complete
good-
opposite from deer. Like you're
Yep.
not sitting
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
You could get out of the blinds, jack around until they start flying. I mean, it's
Perfect for Harley because this dude has a hard time
ADHD.
sitting still for longer than 10 minutes.
I'll forget
Cat
what I'm saying
sets,
halfway through a conversation.
Long cat
so.
sets on him are out. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely
No.
not. 12 minutes were,
Let's go.
I'm like, go to the truck.
No bullshit.
I was talking to a dad tonight at basketball, and he went down to I was telling you about it before we recorded, some place in Kansas that is pheasants and quails. And he was like, "That it's so awesome, man. You need to get into it. It's so awesome." I'm like, not a chance. Because I know I'll like it. It'll be fun, right?
Oh,
I
it's a
mean,
blast,
what's not
yeah.
fun about watching a dog point and, scaring them up or whatever, or duck hunting, seeing those ducks come in. But cannot do it. There's no way I can add a third.
I don't want to do it because I'm a horrible shot with a shotgun.
That blows my
You'll
mind.
get better.
Harry, you're alive.
How can you be so good at shooting a rifle and a shotgun's just so much easier? It's like, I need to hit that wall. I don't get it.
I don't know.
It's the lead.
Yeah.
It gets people.
Yeah.
I mean, it still gets me. So
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. Like,
I just
mean,
don't need a third crutch. I've got two, whitetail and coyotes. I don't think a third crutch would be smart in this day and age for me.
you'll be all right.
I mean, I'll go waterfowl hunting with these guys a few times a year, and it's a good time, a good pastime to go out and do something different. And like Harley said, get out of the blind, BS, jack around or whatever. But I'm not, no matter how much I did it, I would never like pour myself into it like I do coyote hunting or deer hunting or anything,
Right.
Like a lot of people do, and
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
but it's just not for me. I grew up bird hunting too, quail and
Yep,
pheasants and
same.
stuff back when we had quail here. And I was just talking the other night, I'd like to go out to one of the preserves and do a little quail hunt or something just because it's been 20 years since I've done it.
Yeah, well, I was talking to him, and he was saying that, well, I already knew this, so I actually had done some work there a couple of years ago. So I knew these people, and they bring in quail and pheasants every single day there.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Isn't
trucked
that one
in.
with the big tower and then they let them go from the tower and they fly out?
No, there's no tower at this place, I don't think.
I've heard of that.
That'd be like a dove shoot, probably.
But like
something.
every day, every single day, I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, really? He's like, and pretty much every day they all die,
pigeon shoot.
or whatever,
they-
within a week.
Didn't they used to do that at Bear's Den?
There's a place out in Peculiar, Bear's Den. That's who I got my dogs from back whenever, I was young. Mm-hmm. Like I had them all through high school. But what we'd do is we'd wait till their season was almost done, which was like the end of February, beginning of March.
Right.
And if you go, like, say you want to go do a hunt out there, and you tell them how many quail you want, how many whatever, and they'll make sure that they turn that many loose out of their pens. They have flight pens, so they're not tame quail. I mean, they're still wild, but
Yeah.
Right.
they'll go turn them loose in these certain areas, and they don't travel far until they get pressure. What we'd do is we'd always go towards the end of the season and not have them put anything out. And we just go around and clean up,
Clean
because
birds.
there's birds that's been there for 4 months that never got shot or whatever. you know.
Right.
So we just go out there and it was,
The damn birds are like, we made it, guys.
yeah. And then here we come.
we made it.
We actually have one of those just south of Higginsville.
Yeah.
And,
Seriously?
it's
I didn't
it's a
know that.
good,
They don't plant
Oh.
bird. They don't do birds anymore, but they used to up until a couple years ago.
yeah. I want to say it was probably 2 years ago. I saw a really nice rooster. It was about 2 miles north of there. It was actually
Yeah.
right there at the corner of Jennings. And took a picture of it, sent it to a buddy of mine. He goes, "You'll have wild pheasants down here?" I was like, "No."
It's not wild.
Yeah.
Does it count as
But
well?
it's fun. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
blast. Like I said,
Yeah.
there's no wild quail and pheasants around here anymore, so I would never get dogs and stuff like I used to have.
Right,
But
Right. Just
to go out
And
and
see,
do
I-
that, just get a group of guys
I grew
together.
up doing that. Like
Right.
we had 35 farms that you got a heavy hedgerow that goes down and makes a 90-degree turn, and you turn loose,
Right.
you'd have 2 or 3 bird dogs and
Yep.
go hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, now every time I hear quail, I make a mental note of it, and I never tell anyone.
Right.
So-
Exactly.
I don't remember the last time I heard or seen a quail.
Oh, really?
It's been at least 10 years.
I've been seeing more and more every year.
Have you?
In some places down there around us, yeah.
I've been seeing some doves. There were some doves over at your place the other day.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember seeing them very often, and so I guess I don't know.
What really,
Maybe I don't
you
pay
know,
attention.
I mean, it sounds crazy, but like I truly believe that you guys will agree. The last 4 or 5 years, coyote hunting has taken off in this area. You know, like I mean, when we first started coyote hunting, nobody around here coyote hunted. You know, I mean, like we started coyote hunting 2010, 12. Explicit Outdoors we started in 2014. But like up until the last 4 or 5 years, I mean, how many tournaments were there 5 or 6 years ago? You know,
2 or 3,
a
maybe.
handful.
Yeah.
You know, in this area of the state, and now it's gotten huge. So I really think between that and then everybody that coyote hunts is usually killing coons and skunks and whatever else too when we're out.
I think there
it's
needs to be a raccoon tournament.
I think it's really helping the quail population
I don't
and stuff.
disagree
You
with
know?
It's got to.
I think there's a certain group that does a podcast that should put on a coon tournament.
Yeah, they should.
They should.
Yep.
Put on by Austin. I like this.
We can use LeBeau's Armory's shop.
There you
Post
go.
it there.
You've already got it figured out.
Just
You've already got it figured out.
and we're doing this. We're doing this.
Be a good time.
Dude, it would. I mean, because you think about it, especially during thermal season.
All right.
I think you just have to call.
I don't think you're allowed
can't
to shoot them.
No, I know
during
that, but
thermal season.
let me finish my thought here.
Oh, okay.
Every time you're out thermal hunting, what do you see in trees? Just all over the place. They're coon there, coon there, coon there, coon there.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. And
I think you should have to call them though. No dogs. You have to call them.
oh yeah, for sure. That'd be more fun. You see some of the stuff like Corey Groff put out when John was in town with
Yeah.
him. The one that freaking hit the
hit the call.
That's
Yep.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn awesome.
Andy about got attacked here a few years ago by a raccoon.
Yeah.
But you know, there was a big lapse between like where coon hunters stopped coon hunting, you know, because fur prices went way down, and then the predator hunting took off.
Right.
You know, so I mean, there's 10 or 12 years there that I mean, growing up, I knew a ton of old guys that come in the shop that were coon hunters,
Yep.
and that's when we had quail and turkeys and everything else. You know, I mean, everybody knows coons, skunks, possums, they're all nest raiders.
Right.
So I really think that the predator hunting is actually getting more people out killing coyotes, bobcats, foxes, coons,
That's a good
everything
point,
else.
Yeah.
And
No, I don't disagree with that at all.
I said I think the quail and stuff are. I mean, I know the turkey numbers are coming up in a lot of areas. At least some of the places that I've hunted, and I think the quail and stuff.
Well, and
are
if you
coming
look
up a lot,
also
too.
too, I think obviously habitat's a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Like the more efficient farming has got, there's been less buffer strips and stuff like that. But now they got these programs. Like Andy's got a farm that he owns that he's participating in this program. What's it for? CRP, right?
It's actually a quail habitat program.
Yeah.
It's a CRP program, CRP 22. It's a buffer strip program.
And so how many
It's quail
feet out
habitat.
from the tree line are you?
Minimum of 30,
Right.
up to 130, I think.
So you
That's
got
cool.
all these farms now that are kind of bringing back
they're
potential,
what are they paying the farmer to?
Yeah.
And honestly, the poorer the ground, the more they pay. They don't want your good productive farm ground.
Right.
They want the ground that it has to be against timber, and it has to be like on the edge of timber and productive row crop or crop. There's a list of like things that could be in the production, but and like for mine, I did 40 feet around just non-productive parts where like I have enough tree roots and trees. I'm not going to clear that spot.
Right.
So it just makes sense. I mean, there's a time I raised like 17 bushel corn around there.
Yeah.
And the rest of the field was 200.
Right.
So it's one of those things I'm not making any money off of it anyway. Might as well
Make some money off
Yeah.
of it.
put, government will pay you for it. And I love hunting. I love doing that stuff. So
It helps all. And when you're helping a quail, you're helping a turkey,
Yeah.
you're helping other animals.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, how many times you see farmers go out and push ponds in and tree rows and everything in to get 2 or 3 more rows of corn or beans or whatever.
It happens a lot.
If they can
But I
make more
think
money
that was
without
like
doing it, it's
that
better.
was I'll say worse a decade ago.
Yeah.
Like it, farming has gotten a lot more effective. Whereas you're efficient. You can just be efficient. And when it got really effective, it got really efficient, and all those things disappeared.
you're just trying to
And
throw
it's-
out big words right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I can use 3 syllables. That's the most I can go. But then we kind of started figuring out, hey, this is kind of nice to get some of this back, and now you're starting to see. Just drive around, and you can start seeing some of this coming
I think
back.
it just depends where you're at. There's some
Yeah.
places that are still just wiping shit clean, and they wonder why they don't see wildlife. And then there's other places that are, I mean, not all grounds meant to be farmed. Truthfully, I mean, there's
Right.
stuff that we've taken out of prairies and pastures and stuff that never should have been.
Right.
When corn was $7 and beans were $15, yeah, people were going to farm every inch of everything. And in the recent, this has only been like a year or so, it started coming back down.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see that slow down again, and people start looking at, is it really worth me to do that shit?
Or other ways to make money from it, like
ways,
letting
yeah.
it grow up.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, so the way we kind of start off, the coyote season show is we really just talk coyote hunting, and then we'll get into. Usually we talk about some tournaments that we know about that are coming up in the area. We'll talk about obviously your guys's. But one thing we do want is if you're listening to this show and you know of a tournament in the state of Missouri or even Kansas, anywhere around us that is going on, reply to the show. Tag us in it, and then we can share it, so that people
You guys
know
probably
about
put
the
your
tournament.
list together again like you do.
If Andy does it.
Yeah. Oh, that's Andy's job?
Yeah, Andy did that every year.
You're not doing nothing during the day anyway.
He does a good job of that. So hopefully we put a list together. It'll probably be, usually we kind of have people tag us, and we'll put a list together. We don't ever get every tournament because there's always ones we don't hear about or know about, and there's more and more of them every damn year in our state, which is awesome. But yeah, so if you've got a tournament or know of one that's new or awesome, send it to us and let us know about it. You can DM us, you can email us. I don't care how you get a hold of us. You can get us the information. But we're going to talk some coyote hunting and then talk about their tournament too, which just so everybody knows, the Explicit Outdoors tournament is December 27th, 28th. The tournament's the 28th. Right. Sign-ins are 27th, but we'll talk more about it a little later. But I just want to talk about coyote hunting first. We've already kind of, while you were gone, to the listener, let's tell the story.
I mean, you could have just plugged in the shit and recorded a podcast while I was gone, but
Andy forgot
really
a
is
headset.
moody today, ain't he?
He is. He's cranky.
I'm telling you, bud.
Andy forgot a headset and he drove back to his house to get the headset. So while he was gone, we were talking gear already.
Yep.
Talk about packs and all kinds of shit.
Tripods.
But what's the
Rifles.
most popular thing to
stuff
talk
that'd be
about?
probably relevant for a podcast.
There you go. What's the most popular thing to talk about when it comes to coyote hunting about gear? It's got to be the rifle, right?
Rifle
What are you
call.
shooting?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rifle or the call.
So let's talk about what we're shooting this year.
I like the truck snacks personally, but
Truck snacks, we can do that too.
Hey, that's something to look forward to. I got some good truck snacks.
there we go.
Yeah. So has everybody kind of? I haven't yet, but have we all decided what we're doing? Do you have a couple rifle setups, that you like to use? And let's just stick with daytime since we're not even in thermal season yet. But Austin, what are you thinking we're shooting this year?
So
I already know.
my Gen 2 Ruger Predator in 6mm Creedmoor has not come in yet.
Oh,
So
damn.
I'm still
They
on.
haven't even produced it yet.
Oh
have
yeah,
they?
no, they're out. They're
Oh,
out.
are they?
My guy he's still got one back ordered for me.
I didn't think they started running the 6 Creed
No,
yet.
I told somebody on Facebook that they weren't running them yet because the last time I'd made a phone call, they weren't. And I promptly got corrected and got to see pictures of one, and I was extremely
That's
jealous.
nice of 'em.
So yeah,
Jelly.
but so I'm gonna run the Gen 1 6mm Creedmoor with a Athlon Hilo 6x24 by 56 on top of it, and shot it today with some hand loads I'm doing, and yeah, it's on. So
Nice.
and then
And you don't have another one that you might?
oh no, I've always
you
got
just-
a backup.
Yeah.
Are you
I-
running the factory stock on that, or you got?
Mhm.
Are you?
Well, there's nothing factory about anything anymore. It's been Cerakoted like 15 times, so there's Cerakote on top of Cerakote on top of Cerakote on that.
It's heavier now.
Yeah, it's heavier, but it
14
looks
pounds
it looks a
heavier.
It
lot
started
cooler.
out as a 8-pound gun.
Now it's 12 and a
about-
half.
But no, and then the backup this year, I'm using Owen's rifle, my little boy. I always had a Remington.
size.
Yeah, I always had a Remington 700 bull-barreled rifle 223 that I had as a backup, and this year I'm not taking it. I got the Ruger Gen 2 Ranch and 5.56 with the exact same scope on it, and Yeah, it's a little tack driver.
And you can take the spacer out of that stock for you.
Yeah.
if you need to use it.
Yeah, I take the spacer at and then add the highest
Right.
cheek well. It fits
That's
me
right.
perfect.
The most stumpy arms.
I can't reach the front.
It makes me feel good when I'm not the only person getting the
Oh,
short gun.
we haven't got to you yet.
I already know they're coming. Well, that's nice. Okay, so that's what I figured. I kind of assumed
Yeah.
that was coming. But
Yeah, I've been running that gun for 3 or 4 years now, and yeah, it's a great gun. I'm
Why are you wanting the Gen 2 so bad?
Because I want to take my Gen 1 and make it my nighttime gun.
Okay.
Because it's had the piss beat out of it, and it's still a really good gun. I mean, it's sub MOA, but
He wants to go back to black. So.
I want to. No, the Predator, the Predator is already Cerakoted up and everything, so I don't do anything to it.
Is that one bronze too,
this,
or
right
whatever
now,
color?
at least.
Yeah,
I see. I got the 243.
yeah.
Too.
The pictures, they're ugly as
They
hell.
look ugly as shit online.
But in person, they're beautiful.
Oh, see, I like an ugly rifle.
He showed me the picture. I'm like, oh shit, that's.
Yeah.
You sure you want to buy
What, the
that?
Gen 2s?
They're real bright.
Yeah.
Real bright online.
And
the
then
thing I don't
it
like
was in
about
person.
it
I'm
is
like, oh, that's a good looking rifle.
the spiral fluted barrel.
You don't like that?
No, I
Why?
don't. I don't like a fluted barrel.
Aesthetically, you just don't like
Yeah,
that, or
for no reason, I just don't
right?
like it.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I think it looks cool, but
Yeah,
to each their own.
right.
So okay, well, Andy, fuck you. You're last. Jesse,
It's fine.
I'm still shooting Old Faithful, Howa 22-250. It's an MDT chassis. Sound
Yep.
like Harley now. Stutter. But it's got an Aries ETR on it.
why is he being so mean to you tonight?
I feel like he's always.
Aries ATR.
I feel like he's always mean to Harley.
What'd you? What's the scope
It's
on
easy. It's an Aries ETR.
it? Is it 3x18?
Yeah.
So, well, we'll get to this in a second, I guess. But the Aries is now coming. The Gen 2 Aries is coming out this year.
Yep.
And the 3x18 is going away.
Right.
And I think it's 4.5x20
Yeah.
that's replacing it.
Yeah. So
And
they'll have the 4.5x20.
I decided to keep the 3x18
Yeah.
one more
I
time.
love my 318.
Yeah. So this will be my third one
Yeah.
on this new gun, which is not a coyote gun, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that scope a lot. Like
Yeah.
I said, it's probably I've got a 4.5 to 30 by 56 on my 257. But I just like the size of the 3-18.
Yeah.
The actual size of the scope on the gun.
Yep.
And I don't shoot high power anyways. I mean, I may crank it up to see something out there, but
Yeah.
90% of the time when I shoot,
like
I'm
at
on
10 or
yeah,
something
I'm on
like that.
10 or 12, maybe
yeah,
at the
that's
highest.
about how
Yep.
I am.
See, I'm the exact opposite.
You
Like,
crank it all the way?
Oh, if they're at 60 yards, I want to see exactly which hair I'm going to hit. But so you said, did you say 4.5 by 30?
4.5 to 30 by 56. Yeah.
Not on a coyote gun. His 257, you
It's on
said,
my
right?
257.
Right, but
yeah.
I guess it could be a
that
coyote
sounds
gun, but-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like you're going to be looking through a pinhole when that thing is zoomed in. Though.
Hey, I don't care.
That's what I like about
But even
that.
on it,
I
I
really
mean, like that's what I deer hunt with. Even on it, very rarely do I shoot over 9 or 10 power.
Right.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
just-
if you think about it, 18 is a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
And I really think once you back off and start shooting, I mean, me and Harley messed with it. Like you're shooting on a lot lower power than you used to.
Oh, I keep it on 6 most of the
Yeah.
time. Like that.
That's what I say. I mean, once you get to where you're comfortable shooting on lower powers, I feel like it makes you a better shot.
I was horrible whenever I was trying to do what you do, trying to zoom in.
Really?
Like horrible. Aim smalls, miss smalls, what I was told.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it helped me quite a bit.
that's nice.
When I say I'm on like 10 power shooting, I mean that's if I'm shooting at something 400 yards. I mean if it's within a couple hundred yards, I'm on around 6.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was
But if
yeah.
I've got time,
Yeah.
and it's standing out there where it's jacking with the decoy dog or something, if it stops and I can zoom in,
Yeah.
I will just because I like seeing the bullet hit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I was just talking to somebody about this, like follow-up shots. They like to be a little further out, so if you do miss, you don't lose the coyote because you're zoomed all the way in type of deal, which I know the idea is not to miss, but
Yeah.
shit happens sometimes.
Throw levers.
Huh? Yeah.
Throw levers.
Yeah.
The Gen 2s, they're coming out. They got throw
That's
levers
the
on
one
Yeah, they
thing.
come with
see,
it.
the one thing I thought
Yeah.
about doing the Aries with the Gen 2 because I figured it would come with the throw lever on it, but
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
I bought one for Christie's
I stuck
rifle
with the
this year,
3x18.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
stole
what?
the throw lever from
It's
it.
not going to be around much longer.
Right.
So get one more of them.
Yep.
And then next time I get another Aries, it can be the Gen 2 or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah. So is the 22-250, is that the do you have a backup, or is there another one, or is that just
257's a backup.
The 257
Yeah.
is the backup.
I've got a couple ARs too set
Yeah.
up, just 223s. But yeah, I mean, if something happens with my 22-250, I just get the 257 out.
Yeah.
Or if
it'll do the job.
Or if we're tournament hunting and it's like a windy day or something, which I mean, he's usually carrying a 6 Creed. So if we do have a long windy shot or something, a little heavier bullet out there.
He'll take that. Yeah.
I'm going to use a 204 all year this year.
Me and you about to be buddies, all right?
Oh my God.
Then I will have to take the 257 out.
Yeah.
I just told Pat at the gym yesterday, I was like, I'm going to buy a 204, just be a dick, and I'm going to shoot every coyote with the 204 all year long, and every one I'm send a video to Corey Groff.
You're just going to send a video to Corey. 204, 204.
The one I shot Thanksgiving morning was with 204, and that's the first coyote I shot with it. And, I mean, it just folded.
They're fast.
Just,
The bullet or the coyote?
huh?
The bullet or the coyote?
I didn't see the bullet.
I've never had a problem with my 204.
Well, I think I remember one of the first tournaments we did when I ended up having to run through the tall grass, which was taller than me.
That was a
That ain't
243.
hard.
That was
Was
way
it?
before.
Okay.
That was just
That's,
fescue.
yeah.
I love it when I'm just not the one.
Oh, it's coming. It's
I
coming.
know, but it's just so fun right now.
I like 204.
I've
That's
never.
one that's threaded. I don't have a threaded 204.
I do.
So
I've never
let's get
shot
to
one.
you then. What are we shooting this year?
I'll stick with the 6 Creed. Just
What is it?
Gen 1.
The Ruger American Gen 1?
Yep. Had it for, I think, the 4th year.
Nice.
So it's just got a minus tack on it, and I don't even ask me the numbers. I don't know. I don't
Probably
keep
a 5x25. Isn't that the
Depends if it was.
pretty
No,
normal
I think
one?
yours 6 to 24. Right?
6 to 24.
6 to 24. Well, it's also wrapped up, so I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
I don't look at it every day.
Right.
But
Yep. And then you got the 204. Seriously, is it like the second one now, or were you just making jokes at it?
No, I really got a 204.
Okay.
my backup will be the 204.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I might take it out more so than not, but it's just a Savage tactical 110.
Mm.
They're just so fast.
It's fun. Low
It is.
recoil too.
Exactly.
Like
So, Harley, on your 6 Creed, do you shoot a lot? Like, how often do you shoot? Do you get it out?
not as much as I should.
Have you had any issues with having to scrub the bore and, like, deal with, like, carbon rings or anything like that?
No, but I just started within the last year. I just started shooting on mute, so
Okay.
we'll see how that if
Shooting
it
on mute. That's
if
fun.
it causes any more.
Because, like, I used to be really bad. An unloaded gun was useless. Like, you have to load a gun to shoot it. So
Yeah.
I'd keep them in the safe. I was the only one with access to the safe. I'd keep everything loaded, ready to go.
Not mine. My bolt stays open.
Well, that's what I do now.
Yeah.
Until
I
you're
actually-
Jeep.
Yeah, unless you're
Yeah,
the cheap.
but that's what led up to the
It's not
fact.
me now.
That's what led up to the fact that
Everything's open.
He forgot that we knew that story because he looked at me like, how the fuck you know that?
no, I didn't. I was just some things we're
Well,
not
yeah.
supposed to talk
Yep.
about.
Yeah, I've actually had to start a really serious regiment of cleaning, but I shoot every week, and
I don't clean mine that much.
I
I will
do.
scope.
I'm
I will
bad.
scope the barrel and make sure it's not.
Yeah.
There's no
You don't.
fouling or anything. But I'm not
I-
swabbing it
well,
or.
See, I don't
Like,
like
if I
touching
left
the
around-
barrel.
I left
Clean
around
the outside.
the gun
I clean the outside.
and went to
I guess, sure.
to unchamber it,
Really.
and it would not unchamber. So I unseated a bullet in the lands of my rifle because of a carbon ring. So now every like 40, 60 rounds,
What the
I
hell
go
are
through.
you shooting?
I was shooting
Hand loads?
That was
No,
factory
that
ammo
was
on that.
factory ammo.
Oh.
Since I switched to hand loads, I haven't had any issues, but I'm also in the middle of this cleaning regiment. But I've gone to the point where I will fill, I'll disassemble my gun, point it straight up, plug the barrel, and fill the entire run up with Vortec, let it set for 24 hours, and go in and scrub and clean it. And it'll be good for 200-300 rounds.
I've
But-
never done that.
I had the same.
But then,
thing.
don't you just don't you have to resight everything in at that point?
Nope. Put it back
Are you
together.
shitting me?
Put it back together, shoot 3 rounds. Well, I mean, I'm not taking the scope off. Put it back together,
Right.
shoot 3 rounds, and you're back on 0. Because you have to re-copper foul the barrel.
Exactly, right.
But 3 rounds, it's
He's
re-copper
not
fouled.
adjusting the sight.
He's just
I-
shooting.
Which
Yeah.
I understand. I just always heard that if you clean the barrel, you have to resight it in.
Well, for me, I'm not going to say it's the end all be all.
Yeah.
For me, what I've
It'll
done.
be different when it's clean. You know, I mean, once
yeah.
you get back to being dirty, it's back to where you were.
So saying
With
3 shots, it's back
Yeah,
dirty.
so
where it was.
I'll go out, and the minute I get done, get everything put back together, and I know I have a clean, dry barrel, I'll go out, set it in the tripod, and I'll shoot 3 rounds right out the back door at my target.
Mm-hmm.
And my group it'll be about tennis ball size. After those 3 rounds, I just put it in the cabin. I don't even shoot a
It's
fourth
back
one.
to softball
It's
size
foul-
after the 3 rounds.
Yeah, after that, I can hit a paper plate at 50 yards, so I'm good.
It's fouled back up.
Yeah,
where it was
it
before.
refouls and it's
Well, I mean,
good.
even though you're losing some accuracy with a clean barrel, you're still not losing enough to make a difference on a coyote at
Right.
150, 200 yards.
Right.
You know, I mean, yeah, you may not be driving tacks, but it's not going to be way off.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Well, maybe I should clean some barrels.
Are you still shooting your factory trigger on that?
Oh yeah, love it.
I'd change it.
So did
So,
Micah.
did you ever have problems with yours feeding, like the 108s or the 103s? Like the ballistic tip would hang up on the butt of the barrel, like where the chamber
ramp?
would start? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not
So-
on that. The only gun I've ever had that done, it was a Savage Axis. And
So
that's just because the feed ramp's so steep.
I had the same. Well, seeing this, like mine, I did it with the 6.5 as well because it was a Gen 1. The ballistic tip of the bullet would hit the bottom of where the actual barrel starts because it seats the entire round, and they would actually fracture the ballistic tip if you tried cranking it. And
I just can't wait till somebody watches YouTube and just sees Austin just keep on doing this
On mute.
on mute. What are you watching
so anyway, I actually took and
That guy
did
looks
some custom
gay and short.
gunsmithing on mine and made it to where everything
buddy.
fed nice and easy.
You don't get to do that.
I mean, it was. It wasn't like I completely redid everything. I just did a little minor touch up to where it would miss
Yeah.
and go up in there. But
There's a great. You don't know that there's a hilarious joke that you could tell right now because you're not aware of what is happening. But not a single person on YouTube knows I even exist
Because Andy's
because Andy is just covering me up,
That's fine.
and he could make a little guy joke, but he doesn't know it. So and now you can't make it because I just.
It's coming.
I told you.
I mean, it's,
You'll forget.
here, Andy, scoot over here so that way. the
Short
camera can
memory,
break.
too.
No.
he took one away. Ooh. We got more.
And it was a little.
It was a
joke.
little guy joke. So that's what you're doing. So I don't know what I'm doing yet because I hope that the one I go sight in is the one I end up using most of the year. But I've got the Springfield Armory. Is it a Waypoint 2020?
Isn't it kind of hard for you to find rifles, though? They don't make very many in youth sizes.
There it
He
is.
has to cut the
No,
I
see,
buy-
that
I
they
buy them
changed it.
all.
You have to buy compact now.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
changed
Yeah.
it.
Gotcha.
They got so
Okay.
many. It's so awesome.
I got a little.
I got to get them
Cricket
custom
22
made.
He's going to try, but we can't get the 22 mags in it.
Yeah, there's 2. Do we got another one coming?
Yeah, we do. He had to shoot my suppressed. He had to shoot it with 2 hands because of the recoil.
Do that again for everybody at YouTube.
This.
So the Springfield Armory Waypoint 2020 and 6 Creedmoor. I like the gun a lot. It's got I'm shooting 108s out of it right now just because it was a deer gun for the boys. I wouldn't do that normally probably. I'd rather do something else, but that's what it's going to do until those are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's got a Midas tack on it actually. And then I've got the Specialized Dynamics or whatever that is called.
It's your gun, dude.
22-250.
Look at it.
Leave it to Nate to have a gun that's special in the title.
Special. 22-250. Those are both sighted in and ready to shoot, but I've got
too heavy.
It's a pretty heavy gun. But I've got the Christensen MPR in 223 that I just put glass on another Aries, and I would like for that. Before I had a can, I had that gun sighted in, and it was a tack driver.
Well, which one of you guys was the one who was always talking shit, saying the 223 was worthless for coyotes?
I never talk shit. Somebody made me pick.
It was nice.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Yeah. So
I think it was said that
John
it's probably
Collins is
killed
the one.
more coyotes than anything, but it's also
Overrated.
Listen,
overrated.
don't help him.
there you
I'm
go.
just saying.
And it's
Spitting
not my
facts.
fault out. That you guys know what show we're talking about. We all had to pick the worst coyote round. And these two bitched out and picked some bullshit round that nobody would shoot at a coyote anyway. And I actually picked What did you even pick? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
You're making shit up.
I
so
think
you're
you
not
picked like
credible.
you
even.
picked up like Andy's like, oh, the 22, the 22 line rifle is just not good enough for coyotes, and Micah was like, yeah, BB guns, they're just not good for coyotes, And I actually picked something. What did you pick? Do you
I
remember?
don't know. We're gonna have to go back and listen to that shit.
We got to re-release that. That was a fun one, but so I got a lot of flack for that, and I think I remember saying like, it's killed more coyotes, but there's so many rounds out there that just perform better than a 223. But
I feel like John Collins was the first one to actually say this on our show.
maybe it
Probably.
was. I don't remember, but however, it's cheaper to shoot. It's a lightweight gun. It drove tax before, so I'm hoping once I sight it in, it's just really good, and I'd like
the
to use
recoil
that.
doesn't hurt him as bad when he shoots it.
There you go.
Did Athlon have to like cut the legs off your tripod so it would?
No, but I only really needed 2 sections. We talked about this while he was
You
gone
think he
too.
squeaks like a squeak toy when the recoil hits him?
You don't get to make these jokes.
I was going to say, he's got that chair all the way up. There you go.
Yeah, his legs
Maxed out.
were dangling.
I like being tall. Look, I can swing my feet. See?
Oh God. So I'm hoping it's the Christensen, but we'll see how they all. I'm gonna go shoot tomorrow and get that sighted in, and then just play with all. And the first tournament that I'm in, I'll make a choice and go from there. But they all got 2 of them got the Athlon Aries 3x18. One of them's got a Midas Tac. I think it's the 5x25. I like the reticle on that Midas Tac so a lot though. I
love Midas Tacs.
Yeah, that reticle is.
That's
I have
my
one
favorite.
complaint, and I would do. It would be the perfect scope.
Locking
Locking
turrets.
turrets.
Locking turrets.
Locking turrets.
For sure.
The Helos.
That's why I went with
BTR.
that's
Did you
why I
use
went-
Helos BTR?
That's what I have.
They're an
I went-
awesome scope, man. I mean, I really think they're probably the best all-around hunting scope
Yes.
for the money.
They're locking turrets on those?
Yeah.
Both
Oh, yeah.
of them?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Locking turrets, not capped.
No, locking.
Yeah, no
Locking.
shit.
I slide them down in that Eberly stock backpack and nothing moves. That's
Yeah.
the whole reason I
Well,
went
that
with them.
is nice.
They are nice.
I had a
They're
Nothing
good
Hilo.
glass
moves on
too.
mine.
Huh?
Nothing moves on my Midas Tac.
Really?
The top.
I haven't had any. I haven't had any of them move on
It
me.
could, though.
It
I mean,
could-
it's
it
possible.
could.
Yeah.
I had it one tournament. It went 3 MOA. It clicked 3 times. It would, or not 3
3
times.
MOA, but
Three
yeah.
3 MOA.
Yeah.
Off.
Yeah, I've just made a habit of, because I carry my rifle on my back now, and I've just made
Mike
a
will quit
habit.
carrying it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I get on his back.
I carry him.
It's like a mama carrying their baby. And
you gotta go through the corn stalks. Hop on, bud.
but I just made a
can't
habit
see
of
over
when I
them.
put the gun, like once I get sat down, I look at the turrets,
Right.
and
Make
make
sure
sure
they're
they're
on
zero.
zero.
Yeah. Well, I guess on the Aries, the windage, the windage one is locked, but
Yeah.
the elevation isn't. But so I'll just make sure it's at zero.
Right.
I just made a habit of it, just because one of you two said you had it move at the time, and I'm like, okay, I'll make sure.
mean,
Midas
to be
Tacs,
fair-
the windage is capped.
The windage is capped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wind just capped on them.
The
Yeah, that one's
elevation.
capped. The Aries it locks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, when mine moved, I slid underneath the electric fence with the gun.
Dude, that was a cool move.
But-
Like, I wish I could have recorded that. That was awesome.
Damn. So I mean, it was
Nice.
a dumb thing with the gun. Yeah.
I did not realize the Helos had both locking, though.
Yep.
I had a Helos, when we first started running Athlons, I had a Helos, and I broke it. And obviously, Athlon's got awesome warranties.
Right.
And so they're like, oh, yep, you can get another one. Well, I decided at that time to upgrade to the Aries.
Yeah.
When I say upgrade, pay a little more money
Right.
to get the Aries because I already had one.
Yeah.
And part of me kind of wishes I would have kept the Helos just to have
They're
one
good
of
scope.
those.
I've actually got a Helos BTR on my 300 Weatherby,
Mhm.
and I like it.
And it's a 4 to 20, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's
Just
4 to 26.
4 to 26.
No, 6 to 24, excuse me.
6 to 24, there's
Sorry.
a 4x20.
Mine's
yeah.
a 4x20.
Gotcha. Micah.
I switched it up this year. I'm doing Gen 2 and 243.
So that'll be your coyote gun, too.
That'll be my daytime coyote. I moved my 22-250 to my night rig, and then so my backup day will probably be my 6.5 Creedmoor, just cause why not? You know, just shoot them queer bullets out of it. Just
I held out from getting a 6.5 so long just because of that joke, and now I'm there.
I love that joke. I think it's hilarious. But Everybody's got a 6.5 Creedmoor, it seems like.
I don't even touch mine. I don't even want to pick mine up.
Dude,
You're so embarrassed of yourself.
No, it weighs like 25 pounds.
Oh, so you got one like Andy.
You got one.
I got
You
one
should-
that's
you
built
should
for a
check mine out.
PRS gun. I mean, it is a PRS gun.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
But
it's-
honestly-
ask Jesse. It's not.
Oh yeah,
It's
crazy.
not.
It's not backpack friendly. No.
After we get done recording, I'll show you the new one I got. It is
It's
nice.
it's pretty slick.
The weight is nice, but
I mean, I'm not a 6.5 Creedmoor guy, but honestly, like I was looking for the best caliber to buy for my boy.
Dude,
And
there's
as far as ammo availability,
Yes.
like,
ammo availability, and dude, that thing has like zero.
I just want to
kick.
point
No
out that
recoil,
Jesse's
yeah.
wearing a Sitka hat saying he's not a 6'5" guy.
I'm not. Not at all. Well, I'm not a Sitka guy either. I just like their hats.
I always joke and laugh when you walk into a tournament like those guys are shooting 6.5s. Like, how do you know they're wearing Sitka?
I really, the only thing Sitka I own is their hats, and I do feel like they make the best hats.
Really?
Dude, that's fair.
Cool.
I'm a hat connoisseur, so
Yeah.
You
I
tried
can
one of
understand
these?
where you're at.
I know you haven't tried one of
Do
these.
Do they
because
have
you
any
have
youth
one on.
models?
Nate, before Huntworth, Nate was a Sitka guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Don't let me get twisted.
I was.
Yeah.
I did wear it.
I want to get one of those hoodies. Have you guys seen the hoodies online? It's not Sitka, but it looks like Sitka handwriting, but it says Sitcha ass on my or on my face or something
Yeah.
like that. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I would only be allowed to wear that at home.
Oh, I doubt my wife would like it if I wore it at all, honestly. But, so we all got rifles.
No, except him.
Oh
I
yeah,
just figured you
fucking
was
Andy.
skipping me.
We spent 20 minutes on you saying, shooting those gay bullets out of my gun.
I do want to laugh at the fact that the biggest guy here is shooting the shortest gun.
Oh yeah, I like it. It's the would be the Ruger American Predator, but it's the Talos or whatever edition. It's a 16.
No, it's Go Wild.
Go Wild.
Yeah.
I think that is a new one. The
That
Talos.
tiny?
Yeah, it's a 16 and a quarter inch barrel.
It's like you're holding me.
It's a kid's gun.
That's what the
I guess,
ranch
for
is.
sure.
Is that what your ranch
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody.
that. That's
Nope,
that
nobody.
little. What?
It's a
I said it's like you're holding me.
it's a compact, so it's
It's a
Nate-sized.
compact. Yeah, it's a tiny gun. But honestly, I'm comfortable shooting.
Is that
I
that
like it.
one that you had your clip on last year or the year before?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
dude, that thing it's sweet, man. You can just throw that thing in your back pocket. And
It's
carry
super
it in.
light. It's
Yeah. Before
pretty accurate.
before Athlon came out with their thermal, that was pretty much my gun because I took it, put the clip on it, and didn't
Yeah.
give it back until thermal season was over.
Yeah.
I had
What
that,
caliber did you say it was in?
243.
243.
So
What are you shooting out of it?
the Sierra Prairie Enemy 70 grains.
See, that was one that
That's-
I'm shooting the 75 Super Hornady Super Performance ones.
Yeah, and that
So-
that they shoot okay out of that gun, but for some reason it likes those 70s a little better. I got it actually from our buddy Cody. It was his gun first. I think he upgraded to a different, bigger gun and wanted rid of it. But and he said, here's the gun. These are the bullets it likes, and he wasn't wrong. So, and then back up, I don't know.
The old Seiko.
Yeah, I have another 243 I do like, but I'm thinking about going back to my 223. I haven't shot for a long time. I have an actual left-handed 223
And it's weird
that it's set there forever, so
yeah.
I might.
Isn't it weird that a few of us are thinking about going back to the 223? It's just kind of funny to me.
I mean,
It's
I do
cheap
have
ammo.
it.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
I
so
do.
cheap. I mean, I've got less money in those 4 boxes of,
Yeah.
50 grain VMAXs than
That's what we both use for night rigs, ARs, 223.
yeah.
Realistically, I'll probably pick up I have a 6 arc too. That's
Yeah.
it. I will say, you talk about cleaning guns and stuff. That is the one gun I have cleaned because it does make a big difference over.
Yeah.
I don't know, 50 rounds. It gets being an AR platform.
It gets dirty.
It gets dirty with that suppressor
There's a
on it.
lot of powder in that
A lot of gas.
yeah, a
makes
lot of
gas.
gas too.
And so my groups I've noticed will expand on it after about 30, 40 rounds. So I do have to clean the barrel on it quite a bit, and then it tightens right back up and good
Yeah.
to go. But
Should we have talked about? I guess I said we weren't, but now I kind of feel like we should talk about our night rigs because we all are going to night hunt.
We kind of touched on them a little bit, but
Yeah.
I have a Helos on that little 243, that 4x20, and that 223 I might use. I have the Argos 8x36.
Holy shit!
So that is the scope that sold me on Athlon. That thing is awesome. We were sitting in my parents' driveway, and looked. It was, 700 yards?
a long ways.
And I was like, look at that sparrow over there. I was resting it on the bed on the side of the truck. My wife's like, what are you talking about? I was like, come here and look at this. We got back in the house. She's like, that was pretty cool. You should get one of those. I'm like, oh, no.
8 by 28.
No,
30.
38.
I think it's
34.
34. It's 30 something.
Dear
It's
I
about
think
30.
it's 34.
But it's one of the first athlons I ever had, and that was kind of my first Coyote gun. And I didn't
Just
really,
stayed on it.
I didn't really know what the hell I was doing at the time, and I just wanted to shoot a long ways away, right?
So you're like, I got to see a long ways away.
I gotta see a long ways.
I got to
shoot
see
a long
to
ways.
freaking Iowa
So,
to shoot them.
I haven't shot that gun in probably 2 years, like
Yeah.
at any amount. A couple shots here and there, but
Whatever one you were shooting last year during, I think it was Jesse's tournament, when you shot the one that was like 380 yards away, setting down, facing you.
it was 440. Don't short me.
Was it? I'm sorry. But that's what you need to shoot because you were on with that one.
That's the other 243, the Seiko.
That is
So
a sweet
that's
gun.
what Austin wants you shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer.
Because he's planning on missing. So
No.
Usually.
yeah.
I only miss when money's on the line.
Technically, there's money on the line.
Well,
Can't take the pressure.
yeah. No,
And
I just always
everybody-
screw my shit up.
Everybody here is suppressed at this point.
Yeah. Civilized shooters.
Yeah. Civilized shooters. There's probably a lot of people that still do the tournaments that don't shoot suppressed, I would assume. I mean, there's a lot of folks that don't do it.
I literally just started shooting suppressed.
Yeah, in the last, when we all really get suppressed, I mean, last couple of years.
I mean, I've had mine 2 years, I think.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years.
3, I think. So I got mine about a year before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we tried 4 years ago. It took us a year and a half to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this last suppressor I got took me 32 days.
Yeah. Now there's people getting them in 2 and 3 days.
Yeah.
I've heard of them getting them same day.
Yeah.
Holy hell, are you
Yeah,
serious?
he did all his paperwork, and this is just something I read online. I don't know if there's any facts to it, but finished his paperwork, and by the time he got to the door, the guy came out, "Hey, you got it." What?
Damn.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I've heard several people going up to Frontier Justice and on a Friday and doing the paperwork and get called Monday morning, tell them to come get them.
That's good. That's how it really should be.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
Yeah.
It
I
should
think
be
if-
just like a
It
gun.
should be
Yo,
just like a gun.
Should
Right.
be easier
Yes.
in a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play footsie with me.
Yes, I am.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the ones that are doing like the single person or like single shot
Yeah.
The
trust
individuals.
Yeah.
are the
Yeah,
ones that are faster. Like
It's the
myself,
trust.
I have
It's-
a
it's
full,
the-
I have a
even
full
the-
trust, and I've
Right.
heard those are still slow.
Well, even the single shots take a little longer than just doing the individual thing, I
The
guess.
individual are the fast ones.
But when I bought my last one, I didn't have the option. I bought it from not Silencer Shop or Silencer Co. It was like Silencer Warehouse. And then got it shipped to a gun dealer here to do the stuff. Well, I didn't have an option to do anything but a single shot trust. It just added it to the cart. And he was like, yeah, that took it made it a little longer. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine waiting 30 days. It's not a big
Right.
deal.
My brother, he just got his. I want to say his took him 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah.
Somewhere pretty close
Pretty
to that.
quick.
Now that we've all got one, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, even
Right,
if you
you
had to wait
have
6
one.
months, you have
You've
one.
already
But when
got
you don't
another
have one
Yeah.
and you got to wait
Oh,
a
yeah.
year, like mine was 13 months. How long did you wait on yours?
Damn near 2 years on my
Yeah.
first one. My second one was 2 months.
Yeah.
Freaking Russell waited like 15 months for his second one, I think it is. And the freaking place had it. And it was passed, I guess you'd call it, ready to go pick up.
Yeah.
They held on to it for 4 damn months.
They never
Like
told
forgot,
me.
They never
told him,
let it-
forgot to tell him.
Well,
or
he kept asking them because it took so long, and they were finally like, "We will let you know. Quit bothering us." Kind of dicks
He
about
should
it,
have got an email.
and
Yeah, they didn't.
didn't get anything. And then finally, after like 15 months, he calls them again. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's ready." And he's like, "How long has it been ready for?" 4 months, 3 months. I don't know. It's your responsibility. And he's like, "You quit. You told me to quit calling you."
See, my,
So
bro-
he
my
got pissed
brother,
about
my
that.
brother got it from the same place, and he didn't have any issues.
Yeah, well-
I think that Russell must have just pissed somebody off or something.
Maybe
like
I
that.
don't know.
But a place that a lot of people are getting them from around here, my cousin bought one, and they missed it whenever they scanned the box and then entered all the information. They entered 2 different serial numbers.
Ooh, so
Because
that threw it off.
Well, because the manufacturer screwed it up as well.
Ooh.
So then the company that he bought it through, plus the manufacturer, like both of them were at fault for the screw up. He went like almost a year and a half, and finally all they would do is like, oh well, we'll give you a store credit for the cost of the suppressor. They wouldn't even give him his money back so he could go somewhere else and buy one.
Well, that would suck. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed.
he was not happy.
Well, speaking of suppressors, I'm thinking about I bought a new 6.5 Creedmoor like we were just talking about, and I'm thinking about moving away from the suppressors I have now are both ruggeds, and those have the quick detach system. Is that what it's kind of called? Where you've got a flash hider that locks the suppressor down onto it. Those are $100 a piece.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm running on mine.
Are you? So I thought about moving to a direct thread on this new one, and then everything I buy from there, just get direct thread suppressors.
Yeah.
So I don't have to buy a $100 flash hider every freaking time.
So are you saying you just took all your QD stuff off?
Yeah, I had. So the 36 that I got, I bought what I needed for that. I'm going to keep that on the 6. I could take it from the 6 to the 6.5 or whatever if I want to. And then my harvester, I got it to where I could run it on my 243, my 204, my 223.
Right.
But they're all direct thread. I mean,
Yeah, which
you save like 2 inches, and
Yep.
I mean, I couldn't tell you. It's quite a few ounces. They're
and
pretty heavy.
My initial thought when I got my first suppressor was, it'll be nice to do a quick detach system. It's no faster than just screwing the damn thing into the barrel.
Yeah, but they say everything, and granted,
mean-
I've never dealt with it personally, but everything they say with the direct thread, you have to always check them to make sure that they haven't come loose and stuff like that.
Well,
and
you-
if
the
they're
quick-
tensioned on there the same way.
The QDs you got to check them periodically too. They'll wiggle around on you if you don't watch it.
Everything that I read is direct thread. Your zero won't change whether you're shooting a.
Right, because in the
Really?
flash suppressors, your gas has to be.
Yeah,
You're supposed to actually
it will-
tune them.
Yep.
Technically.
So if you're running a hider or a break inside your QD, like
Yeah.
your key mode,
Yep.
key mod or whatever,
Right.
then it could throw your bullet off track.
Yeah, so
Off zero.
I just got tired of. I mean, I'm like, okay, I'm sitting at 5 rifles.
Right.
I
Got
bought a
$500
$100 one of
yeah.
these. I could have bought another suppressor at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's some. I'd like to try some different brands. Like there's the. I've got them written down, like the Omega 36.
36M,
Is
that's
it
what I
the
got.
Is that Sandman?
No,
Or is it
that's
not Sandman?
Silencer Co.
Silencer Co.
Sounds good.
Dead air is the same, man.
Dead air.
Yeah,
Okay,
dead
so
air.
yeah, I've got
That's
like
what I'm running.
That's
so
good.
the Dead Air Omega
No
30
L.
is the one
the
I was just
Sandman.
trying to
No,
tell you
Silencer
about.
Co. Omega 30.
Silencer Co. Omega 30.
Silencer Co. makes the Omega 30.
Okay, and then Diligent Defense. I've heard good things about theirs.
The Enticer TI.
Yeah, and then someone was telling me about the AB Raptor. I think it was Corey Groff, actually, the AB Raptor. It's a direct thread, but I don't know how to explain it. It's a longer suppressor, but it recesses on your barrel. So it direct threads, but it shortens itself somehow, and it's supposed to be really badass, and they're supposed to be really quiet. But, so, I don't know. I'm just trying to look at something different and
If you're
think about.
if you're doing like your gas guns, you need to check out that one my brother got, the Huxworth.
I read some bad things about them.
Oh yeah.
And your brother won't text me back.
No.
Matt, text me back.
He probably doesn't like you.
But
That's easy. I mean,
But that's the other option. Yeah, you could go to the gas guns and use one of those, and then you move shit to other stuff. But I just like the idea of another suppressor. Can never have too many of those, right?
I think by the time it's all said and done, I think everything will have its own designated
That'd be cool.
suppressor.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether it's quick detach or direct thread.
They're just married to them.
There's a APF suppressor company that I think that's right. That my cousin Dane ended up buying one, and it was like $500 for the suppressor. I was like, dude,
That seems cheap.
yeah, I was like, that seems sketchy. It was not full auto rated, but he put it on a 300 Win Mag. He was like, this thing's great. So he
Yeah.
loves it. He said it's quieter than his Sandman.
Not full auto rated.
Yeah.
Whoop-de shit.
Yeah,
well,
who
I
cares?
mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly.
Okay.
Sure. Thanks for that.
If I'm in a
Sprint
situation, I am melting down my suppressor because it's not full auto. I'm fucked anyway.
You got bigger problems than how much money you
other
save.
things going
You'll
on.
be calling me.
They know where I'm at.
It's not going to be one of those situations where you come into the house and be like, damn, I just got a little carried away and melted my suppressor.
Whoever I am suppressed from has figured out where I'm at.
I'm trying to cook bacon off of the damn thing. Jeez.
America.
That's awesome. So, call-wise, I mean, I've noticed, I don't know this for a fact, but the dogs I'm getting on camera that I've still got cameras out, for deer hunting, I feel like it's a lot of young coyotes that have, got kicked out, a couple months ago when family breakup happened, and they're sticking together. So I'm almost thinking about changing like calling strategy a little. Last year I was almost all, when we hunted together, what did I only use?
Vocals.
It was all coyote vocals. I didn't use.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know.
And so
I
now I'm
don't
kind of
think
thinking.
there's a coyote out there that hasn't heard a
That's kinda
dying
my
rabbit
thought,
of
yeah.
some kind.
So I don't know. I'm almost
know,
thinking
man.
about
I feel
starting
like-
with some sort of distress.
I
and then
feel like
moving into it,
a
but-
lot of people have moved to vocals.
For sure.
And so I think prey is going to be.
Especially earlier in the year,
Yeah.
because I mean, you got these coyotes that are this year's pups, and nobody's hunting them. I mean, they've never heard anything,
Yeah.
you know,
So
other than the few places that people hunt throughout the summer and
Yeah.
stuff. But
Thinking about
until
just saying-
tournaments ramp up,
Yeah.
I mean, prey will work. And
And what does no one else use, right? And I'm thinking about just putting something on my call that's just like, "Hey, you guys," just seeing if
elk
it works.
bugle,
Yeah,
called
elk
coyote.
bugle or
called coyotes in on an elk bugle.
I've
Just
heard of
just
people
wasting time, just playing
Fucking
with a
around.
call, and a coyote comes loping in. You're like, okay, but they hadn't heard it.
Do you guys do with like the pitch of a call? Like it doesn't matter what the sound is, but it's
Just,
like
like,
the pitch
caught their
of it.
ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something. I mean, it's just curiosity. Like they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like now, halfway through tournament season, they've heard every pitch of a rabbit. Not to say you can't play a different distress of a totally different pitch, and pull something in.
Yeah. The one time I've used the fawn in distress, well, not one time, but the one time it really worked, it called in 3 freaking animals.
Deer.
There
They
were
call
3
deer in?
does.
Yeah, yeah.
And they ran from like 600 yards
Oh yeah.
away.
Summertime.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
For the
summertime.
summer. I do it.
Dude,
we
it
always
was
end
so
a
cool,
stand. We always in summertime when we were hunting, we would always end a stand with fawn distress, and a lot of times we'd kill coyotes off of it. But we just did a jack with deer. The deer, they just come in.
Dude, they ran right- I
they
mean,
will run
they-
over stuff.
Yes,
yeah,
they
for sure.
And what were they? They had to be 600 yards away.
yeah,
They were in the bottoms.
They were in the bottom. That was about 800.
800 yards.
Yeah.
800.
I mean, just 3 of them just
Yeah.
beeline to the call.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what the fuck?
yeah.
We had to shut it off that one time because we thought the doe was going to break our call. Because
Yeah.
She
we
was-
had
yeah.
the call, it was either on top or at the bottom of this hay bale, and we had played it, and she started jumping and stomping. Yeah.
Which is kind of funny to me. If it's a fawn in distress, why is she trying to?
Oh, we had a doe.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you think that something's killing
maybe
the
she's
fawn or
trying to,
something.
yeah.
We had a doe run over her fawn, playing fawn distress. Like they all come running, like 5 does, and her fawn is chasing her, following her, And they get down there, and we stop the call, and I turn it back on, and she's like panic mode, like spins around and like tramples her baby, and I'm like, what is going on? And they take off, and then a coyote comes over and killed it. I'm like, this is just a shit show, but it was fun.
For an animal that in the month of November gets considered to be so damn smart, they are the dumbest animal around.
Oh yeah, it's summertime for sure.
Yeah, his farm, I always joke and tell him that the 4th deer I'm shooting, because it never fails. We can turn on rabbit distress, woodpecker, a freaking lone howl. It doesn't matter. Here come 3 deer running over the hill. What do you guys do?
Yeah.
Every
Tell
time.
you what, I've had deer help my coyote sets too, though. Like summertime again. We were hunting one evening, and played like rabbit or prey
Right.
for quite a while, and then flipped pup distress. Well, the whole time I'm playing rabbit, there's a deer like 40 yards from my call, just watching the call, just staring at it, and eating, and like keeping an eye on it, but not spooking it. And a female coyote, come to the edge of the cornfield and seen that deer, and she's like right by my call while I just turned on pup distress. So that coyote come charging out, got between the call and the deer. Like, I guess I thought that the deer was doing something to its pup or whatever,
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it's crazy. The summertime's really crazy. Everything responds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summertime's fun.
Yeah, other than the bugs.
The heat, the ticks.
That part's no fun. But
Yeah.
So let's talk about your tournament. So it's December 28th.
Yep.
It's in a new venue this year.
New location.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard.
That's going to feel weird, man.
Yeah.
It is. That's what we were just talking about.
Still, is it still in Harrisonville?
Yeah, still in
Okay.
Harrisonville. It's at the Elks Lodge this year.
Okay.
Reason being is the building that we normally use, they're getting ready to tear down.
Oh, no shit.
And they're redoing the road all through there. They're putting a new road, and who knows, maybe they'll put a new activity building in there. But for now, we're doing it at the Elks Lodge.
Bigger floor drain for all the blood.
Yeah.
Outside, it's got to stay
It'll be a
outside.
little different. You know, I think it'll work out better in ways. Like our tagging procedure and stuff. I mean, we're going to be weighing coyotes, or I say tagging procedure, our weigh in. We're going to be weighing coyotes out underneath like their pavilion,
Be covered.
porch
Yeah.
deal. You know, we'll tarp it off, put a heater in there and stuff, so it's not so cold. But the good thing about it is we'll be able to drive all the way around the building.
Oh,
So
sweet.
we'll have trucks lined up around the building, weighing coyotes,
Weigh them out of the truck, put them back in the truck.
put them back in the truck, and
I
go
like
park.
that.
That way
Yeah.
we don't end up with a million
pile
coyotes
of
rolling
coyotes.
around
Yep.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to drag your
Right,
coyote
which we
and
tried to
get
do
guts
that.
all over the
We tried to
place.
do that at the other place, but it was kind of congested back there. You know, people would end up
Yeah.
just,
And
and they were
they'd end
doing
up
it trying to help us. They just go
parking.
park and drag their coyotes up there. Well, then they don't drag them back to their truck, and it just I think
You
it'll be
got
better.
5 teams sitting there with a pile of coyotes, and you're like, okay, who's who?
Yeah,
And they don't really give a shit. They're just standing around talking.
yeah. So it should be a little smoother on weigh-ins. Like I said, it'll take some getting used to, getting all. I mean, we've done it at that other place for 4 years, so
Yeah.
we had it down. We know exactly where to put
do
what
everything.
and everything
Yeah.
else. So
Is it a bigger?
yeah, it's bigger.
Okay.
And it's good because the last building was split into 2 rooms. You know, so
Right.
it's
Yeah.
kind
A
of
little
hard. Like,
congested.
yeah,
at
this
times.
building's all one huge building. So, and like I said, they'll have the weigh-ins outside, but once everybody's inside for the rules meeting, the raffles, the awards, and all that, you know, everybody will be able to see what's going on. And
Yeah, that'll be
hear
nice.
them. Yeah.
And I mean, it could get a little crowded, on that
Yeah,
one
for
side
sure.
where all the
Yeah.
tables were and stuff
Yeah.
last year, just because, or not last year, but all the other years.
Yeah, last year, I mean, we had a ton of people there.
Yeah. How many teams did you have last year? Do you remember?
95.
It
95.
just constantly
Yeah.
seems to be growing. I think. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's the biggest, but it seems like it's
Yeah,
gotten
that was the
bigger and
biggest we
bigger.
had. And I mean, we had really good support from the town too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, not only hunters, like I think we had 270 some hunters, but I mean, we had over 400 people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about our tournament. Like, we have a ton of small businesses that sponsor. So a lot of our sponsors come out, and people that support them businesses and stuff come out and play the raffles and just have a good time.
Yeah. Well, and it's fun too, just because
Yeah.
like I remember last year I won. What did I win? A car detailing to a
Oh, yeah.
detailer there in Harrisonville.
Right.
Well, I ain't going to Harrisonville to get my car detailed.
Right.
And there was a dude sitting in front of another team next to me. I'm like, hey, where are you from, man? He's like, from here. I'm like, you use this?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I'm like, you can have it.
That's cool.
And he's like, oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't think he had won anything.
Right.
So I was just like, yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just cool. But those businesses are
Oh, yeah,
donating
for
those
sure.
things so that, people will use them.
Yeah.
And then they, might get a new customer out of
Right.
it or whatever. And
Exactly.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. So there's a lot of local businesses that are doing that. And, Athlon usually is a
Yeah,
big
Athlon, we got some
sponsor
stuff
there.
too. Yeah, Athlon always helps us out.
Are we doing anything fun with ours?
Well, probably we need to come up with some
Did
kind
we
of
do
side
anything
pot.
last year? What did we do?
We did just a random team side pot.
We did
That's
random
what we
draw.
did. Okay.
Just a random draw, which is cool because I mean you don't know. I mean you draw team 61 or
I did a
whatever.
random draw. They fucking left.
Yeah, they weren't
I
there.
wasn't even there.
Yeah.
I think you drew it, didn't you?
Yeah.
We let you draw it. Yeah.
I drew it.
That's cool because I talked to a guy on the phone today for an hour about the structure of the tournament. Being the side pot only.
Which, and you guys are the only team or only tournament I'm aware of, or definitely the first one in this area, probably Missouri,
That we hunt,
went
at
to
least.
this structure.
Yeah.
And I was probably one of the biggest critics. I'm gonna be honest with you. Last year of it,
Nope.
probably him
Me.
Yeah.
At first.
at first. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So it is by far my favorite tournament, no matter what. But I don't like that the team that kills the most coyotes is not declared the overall winner. It's a side pot, and I get it.
It is.
I know exactly why you did it, and it was a smart reason to do
yeah.
it.
Yep.
And you guys are doing everything perfect. Not to kiss your ass, but you guys are doing everything perfect with that tournament. But
not
I
even
still,
about the money.
it's not even about the
Yeah.
money. It's
Right.
about that. Yeah, we won. Like,
Right.
well, how many coyotes you kill? Oh, we killed 25 coyotes, and we didn't even freaking place anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Which I mean, yeah, I get that, and that's why like SB Wyatt, one of our sponsors, they gave away that gun,
That was- yeah.
and we
Yeah.
did the. I mean, that was a
that was
pretty
awesome.
fun.
That was
a
funny.
pretty sweet gun,
bobbin.
for the bobbin for hot dogs. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I do
Oh,
remember
man,
that.
that was a
one
blast.
year. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
But I mean, like I agree to a point. Like, yeah, that's why we do the extra prize for the winning team, to compete through. But my deal is everybody wants to be different. You know, I mean, everybody wants to shoot the newest different gun. You know, nobody wants to shoot the exact same thing. If we just said we all shot the exact same gun, that'd be boring.
Yep.
You know,
It would be.
well, everybody else in the state does the same kind of tournament. So
Right.
Well, and
We're
you
doing
guys have built this up to where it is. I'll say it is the most prestigious coyote hunt in the
and
state.
we don't want the
And-
highest
Ooh,
paid.
listen to him.
No,
They're
I-
prestigious.
Like it is. I mean, if you're going to win a tournament, you want to win their tournament because it is the coyote tournament to win.
Well-
and I'm not saying anything negative about any of the other ones because there's a lot of good ones out there. But
It's the biggest.
you guys, I mean, you
We
guys
don't
have
want.
done.
I mean, we don't necessarily even want the biggest, or the. We really don't want the highest paying. You know, I mean,
Right.
like we don't care about that. We want people to say that's the coolest tournament we've ever hunted.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good time
That's the
regardless.
fun.
Like
Right.
you could go not shoot a damn dog, come back and have a chance of winning a good raffle item or just,
Which
just
we have
Yeah,
done
just
many of
anything.
times.
Yeah.
And we want
And
people
we
that
still
go out
come
and
back.
don't kill a dog that wants to come back. You
Right.
know, and not so much just so they come buy raffle tickets and hang out or whatever, but just to be involved in it. You know, I mean, it's once a year. You know, and we get people.
We've all been to those tournaments where you're like, well, we didn't shoot anything, and
Right.
it's
Why do we
no
go back?
fun in the going back, and
Yeah.
we'll just go eat dinner and go home or something.
And let's
you
be
know?
honest, you know, I mean, if you go out and you kill 7 or 8 dogs in a day, your chances are pretty good that you're going to land in one or multiple of them
In
ponds.
something.
Right.
You
In
know,
something.
just
Yeah.
like the team that got most dogs last year. They didn't clean house,
No.
but they got most dogs. I think they had light drag
Yeah.
and maybe little female or heavy
Little-
dragon,
I think little female for sure.
something like that. You know, they had 3 checks and a $6,000 gun.
Yep.
You know?
Well, that's nice.
So really, they made more money than the team that got the highest paid, you
Yeah.
know, which was big female, paid $33.50.
Yeah.
But you know, we
You know,
just
since we're self-deprecating here, I think we should make our pot like any team that didn't kill shit that's still there has a chance to win something.
yeah,
Like just
All
the
the teams who killed nothing.
Just
Yeah,
the teams that
to
didn't
win.
kill
we
anything.
could for real.
I mean,
let's do that.
What is that?
Yep.
What, you didn't that wasn't wasn't that your idea? Like at one point in time, you were like, we should do like teams that didn't kill anything or whatever.
know.
I thought it was yours, but
If we could
Let's
do,
do it.
Because you guys have a sorting column. No, I guess, but then it's hard to sort out.
the only thing
if they
is
didn't
you.
check
We'll
if
it.
just
they
do
didn't
another bucket
came-
with the
yeah,
poker
you
chips,
don't know
just
if
like
they're
we
there.
do.
Yeah.
We'll just announce as people are there. You know, as we're getting ready to do the drawings.
Right, yeah.
You know, we'll just announce, say, hey, everybody one person from each team that didn't kill anything, come up here and write your team number on the chip, throw it in the bucket.
Yeah.
and we'll do a
That's
draw.
even more incentive to come back.
Could be.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought you
That's
even had
$300.
a name for
Absolutely.
it, like like the average Joes or.
The average Joe, we do the average
Is
Joe
that
lot.
okay? So that's
Yeah.
not that one.
That was like the average.
I could have sworn that
average
you
Yeah,
like
weight
so-
had a
or-
name thought out and everything.
Yeah, Kevin with Last Chance.
then maybe it wasn't you.
Wildlife Design. He does average Joe pot. I mean, he started that at the beginning, and we do. I think we do $200 or $300 to the average weight coyote.
We got to think of a funny name for it, like we suck or something.
Sucks to suck side pot.
Sucks to suck. Side pot. That one.
Or
That's it.
doesn't, it
Sucks
doesn't
to suck,
suck.
side pot.
It doesn't suck to
Doesn't
suck.
suck to suck. There you go. It doesn't suck to suck. I like that one.
write that down.
Write that down. Jot that down.
And we'll put that on the check.
It doesn't suck to suck.
It doesn't suck to suck by.
Can we get
Missouri
one?
Woods and
Can we
Water.
have the biggest check? Like we
They're all
want
the same size.
we want that fucker huge.
We're gonna bring a dry erase board. In this
It makes me think of Happy Gilmore. Well, I want to check like that.
That's what I said whenever he first said the checks. I was like, this is like fucking
Yeah,
Happy
and now-
Gilmore golf tournament.
Now everybody loves the checks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they want that
Everybody.
picture. Yeah.
The guy today, the guy that I was talking to today, he's like, "Oh, you do big checks?" And I was like, I started laughing because I knew Harley. He's like, he gave me so much shit about these checks when we first started.
No, that's funny.
And like races.
Yeah.
In my shop, hanging on the wall, there's all kinds of those big ass checks.
Well, there's not that many.
there's
There's
actually,
3 maybe.
there's actually like 5.
One of them's the doesn't suck to suck check.
No, I'm not talking about the coyote checks. I'm talking about racing.
No, I'm talking about the race checks.
Yeah,
Oh,
racing.
yeah. You might be right.
The funny thing is, I know that one hurt more than any of the short term.
It really did. That hurt.
I had
So
to.
all I got to do is look at Austin. If I want to piss him off, just that you suck at racing. And
Well, they
it'll piss him
give
off.
them the checks for top 5 in sprint car racing.
No.
Real race cars, you only get one.
How do you know? You never raced one.
I did.
He never got a check either.
He never
I
raced
never
a
got a
race car.
check.
Those taxi cabs don't count. He pick up crew members on the front stretch, take them to the back stretch.
No.
To be fair, the coyote checks are in my basement, and we have, I don't know, I can't remember if we have a third and a couple fifths or whatever it might be. Like, I know there's a third in there, But people are like, why do you have like a third or fourth, whatever it is? Like, you don't know how hard we freaking hunted
For sure.
to get that check.
And it's a big check. What am I supposed to do with it?
I need to find a way to get some duplicates made.
I've
I
had
bet he
a ton
knows
of people ask for duplicates, and I can make them. Like, really, I mean, we
$100
thought about
a
doing
pop.
that. Yeah.
What?
$100 a
I'm
pop.
sure they're not cheap to make.
They're not. I mean, I have them, like, I had a sign shop for years, so I have a wholesale, like, print company out of Michigan that I actually order all that stuff from, all our banners, all our
nice.
everything.
Sweet.
And so, I mean, they just, like, 24-hour production, overnight shipped to your house. So, I mean, yeah, it's, I don't know how many of them checks we do. We do like 20 of them now.
There's a lot because you guys, I mean, you're every place and
Every
your
side
pots.
pot, and then all the extra categories and everything, you know, like, and Kevin, again, with Last Chance, he does, like, the youngest hunter, oldest hunter,
Yeah.
you know, just random stuff.
I do like that one. The oldest,
That's-
and the
That's
youngest.
cool.
That is
The
pretty
same
cool.
dude's won it like 3 years in a row.
Honestly,
going.
think about it. It'd be sad when he doesn't win it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
It's
kind
cool,
of
though.
keeps him in the game. I mean,
Right.
you know what I'm thinking?
Yeah,
Like,
it's cool.
hey, I'm going to go do that again. 'Cause,
He's like, this is easy money.
well,
tell
it
me
gets
I
him out
just
hunting.
show
you know?
up.
Yeah.
Even if he only hunts for, a couple hours, maybe. Who
Right.
knows? But
I would have to say, like, the raffles and stuff, like, it's just a fun time. Like,
Yeah.
was it 2 years ago? You guys gave me so much shit because
I was so
you do the
freaking
arm's
mad.
length.
this
Yeah.
motherfucker. Yeah.
I walked away with an X24 shooting bag, a gun, like a soft case, a bunch of like gun. I won 4 different.
You were on
deals
fire
Yeah.
that night. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned
awesome.
right then and there that Andy always gets my tickets from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His,
the way to do
his
it.
wingspan and mine are a lot different.
Yeah.
But so let's talk
Austin's
about
better off to buy him the 6 for 10 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Same amount.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same amount of money.
Ma'am, I need 5 of the 6 for 10. Sir, we have an arm's length. No,
I need those. So let's talk about the format a little bit. So it's a daytime tournament.
Yep.
You have to have at least one member of the team at the
President of the rules meeting,
rules meeting.
which is Friday the 27th.
So we
Which-
have to be there?
Yes.
One person. One
Sorry.
person.
One person.
Yep.
And maybe pay
Which will
attention
be
to
the
the
captain.
rules, too.
And maybe
Oh,
pay
it
attention
might
to the
help.
rules.
Yeah.
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 And
And
if
the
he doesn't
tagging
cover
procedures,
it,
If you can't listen, at least be able to read.
yeah, read the
Right.
rules that is handed out in every,
Well, and you
packet.
you've done a demonstration every
Every year. Yep.
I mean, if you
It's
can't,
one of them things, you know. I mean, people just get complacent. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's because we haven't had a whole lot of change, you know. I mean, they think they got it, and then they go on.
Changed
but,
it. Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, the thing about it is with us getting as big as we are, 95 teams, you know, like we disqualified several teams last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was for dumb stuff. I don't feel like anybody cheated the tournament at all. It was for not writing the right stuff on their tags. You know, they either didn't write the team number, didn't write the time, or didn't write anything, or tagged them out of order or something, you know. Like, it's all dumb stuff. Like, I don't want to disqualify people for that stuff. But at the same time,
I can't let you.
the rules are the rules.
right, you know, I mean, I can either piss off these 10 or 12 teams or piss off the rest of them, you know. And, like, everybody that did follow the rules and jumped through all the hurdles and stuff that we have to ensure a legit tournament, you know. I mean, it'd be different if every team did something wrong that was totally
I can be
missed.
honest with you, you're the only tournament I know of has held people accountable to that shit.
Right.
There's been teams there was one time, I'm not going to say what tournament, what it was, but the team rolled in literally after the check-in time, was the absolute last team to check in.
Won the whole thing.
They did.
Yeah.
They won the whole thing.
Yep.
And the shit wasn't right.
Right.
It bumped us from, would have been second because of weight. I don't know how many, we've tied in like 4 tournaments
Yeah,
for first.
and then you got third.
And we ended up getting third or
Yeah.
worse because of weight.
Yep.
But this bumped us from second to third. And it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever. If that's how they want to do it, we know now that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, and
it
I
was allowed. And you guys, I mean, I appreciate that you guys stick to the rules.
We have
The
to, you
rules
know,
of
and I mean,
this.
I had some people that I'm pretty good buddies with that forgot a team number, you
Yeah.
know. Sorry.
And I'm one of
Like,
those guys, like, I want to win.
Right.
But I don't care. I don't care that much.
Right.
I want to win, but if I don't, I don't.
I had people that I
And-
disqualified come up and thank me for
That's what I was going to say.
disqualifying them.
If I fucked up, like, I'll be like, oh, man, my bad.
Yeah.
You know, but other people take it a different way
Right.
sometimes.
For
And
sure.
I don't quite understand that because in the end, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the way I'm looking at Coyote tournaments is not the right way, but in the end, I don't think it should be about trying to win the whole thing.
It's not.
It's about camaraderie and being out there hunting.
Right.
Right.
We're trying to win something, but if
Yeah.
I fuck up and broke a rule,
Right.
My bad. Guess
And
I'm
then,
out.
I mean,
that's how it should be, at least.
with the rule sheet last year, there was a typo on my rule sheet, and I brought it up at the rules meeting. Well, my thing was I had several people that were coming from 3.5, 4 hours away, and they said, "Hey, do we have to stay for the rules meeting?" I said, "Tell you what, you got to come register. You get here, you register. I'll go over the rules with you. I'll let you go.
You said
That's your
an
rules
in-person
meeting.
meeting.
You are an in-person meeting. No, you're
Yeah.
not there at 7:30 or whatever when we hold the actual rules meeting, but you had a rules meeting, and we caught a bunch of crap for that, letting people go.
But
and
that was the
they
right
didn't
thing to do.
understand, right? So I've had people call me this year, and unfortunately, with it being that way this year,
Nope.
you have to be there at the rules meeting. You have to sign saying you were there, and I can't help it. If there's something that's not understood at the end of the meeting, you need to ask us because you're signing by your name, stating that you understand the rules. Everything's clear. At this point, it's on you. Because I feel like our rules are pretty crystal clear. Everybody.
It's just that first tag that usually throws everybody off.
Right.
I'm guessing.
It's really not that hard, though.
It's not.
And it's been the same every year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what is it? Let's talk about the first tag.
So our first tag, what we do is a time-stamped receipt after
right,
5
yep.
o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
So, we're giving people 2 hours before daylight to get
Yep.
that receipt. But it's got to be a time-stamped, a gas station anywhere. Make sure it's got a date and a time on it. And then you'll write your
What was
team
that
number.
place we went that one year that the receipts weren't working?
Didn't have a date and a time.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
2 years ago, fucking Loves over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I stopped. I spent $30 in snack food. I go there and I get the street. I grab it. I'm like, and then I get out in my truck. I'm like, motherfucker! Didn't have no time. Didn't have no date on it.
Yeah.
So I had to go to another gas station.
Get $30 more worth of snack food.
I think that's
Well, this
where-
stuff's no good.
Yeah. That was my nicotine stop. I got all my nicotine and caffeine at the second one. But yeah, it's always easier for me to get it because I have to go through town because
Yeah.
we usually meet over here. So, but yeah, so you got to get that. You
Get
gotta
that.
put-
That's your time-stamped.
You fill it out just like you do your other
Yeah.
tags.
You
It's
put
just
your-
not. It's just not written out for you.
right.
Right.
You got to write all your information.
Which all you have to do is team number,
Team number.
shooter's initials, time.
And it's
That's
just
it.
the shooters.
Just the
Not-
shooter's initials.
Yeah, not the whole, not everybody's.
And then we provide you with the Ziploc bag with the Sharpie, all
ties.
inside of a bag full of zip ties with the rest of the tags. Put it in the coyote's mouth, zip tie around the nose, do the shake test, all on video.
Hey, you're not going to buy the cheap zip ties this year, are you, Harley?
I remember what year that was. That was a
That
couple
was-
years
Was it
ago.
last
We
year
had
or the
some.
year before?
Second or
It was a
third
couple
year.
years ago. Yeah, we got some.
Midwest.
As soon as
did
they
it.
got cold,
That was your tournament, or I thought that was Midwest.
It's happened
it was both of
multiples.
us. I think we got them the
Oh,
same
okay.
place that year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
which actually that made us
Can we just
all
use
start
black tape?
using electrical tape. We would bring it and also put it around.
Yeah, can we just use black
The
tape?
zip
If you
tie.
need to, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
we'd
just
rather
make
you.
it-
In addition to, yes.
Yeah,
In
I just make it a
addition
rule.
to-
Once I zip tied, I just throw a couple wraps of black tape just to make
Yeah.
sure.
We also carry Ziploc bags. That way, sometimes if it snowed that weekend or something.
But his tags don't matter because
His
you
tags
have
are
you
the
have by
laminated,
far the
nice
best.
tags.
Yeah, our tags, like once you write on it with Sharpie, it's not going to fade. It's not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not paper. They're not going to tear.
There's some
drag it through a
tournaments you
field
just
or whatever.
freaking paper, and all of a sudden you look back, like, our tags.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well,
You just
but also,
put the
I
Ziploc
mean, we
bag
do.
over the nose. Andy,
What?
you just take that Ziploc bag and put it
No,
over
put
the
the
nose.
tag in a
Took the
Ziploc bag.
tag and then put the whole bag and everything in.
Just like
Gotcha,
our
yeah.
receipt at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, we do encourage people. It was a question last year. If you think you're going to kill more coyotes than what are on than what we provide the tags for, then take some paper, take some Ziploc bags with you because we got to be able to read them tags at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, take some notebook paper
You
or whatever.
provide a 10, right?
No, 5. So we provide B, C, D, E, and F.
Yeah.
Your A is your receipt, and then after
B, yeah,
that's
that's
on
right,
you.
yeah.
But like I said,
As
I
is
mean,
possible.
take a handful of baggies, throw in that bag with you, and a piece of paper that you can tear up in little squares or whatever,
Yep.
And then again, team
not gonna kill
number,
that many,
shooter's
don't put that on the
initials,
list.
time,
Yep.
bag,
What?
in their mouth, zip tie,
He's
done.
starting to put stuff on the list. I said, we're not going to kill that many. Don't put it on the list.
No, I just
It's
remembering
a
stuff
jinx.
that's not packed.
It's a jinx. It's a jinx.
Stuff that's
And then
not
you gotta
packed.
do, and then
You
obviously
got to
the
pack
video
it this far in
too.
advance.
Yeah, and
Well,
the
he's-
video.
they're in
of
the
We
all
got
tournament
the
tournament
weekend.
this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then
There
then
seems like a woman over there.
then Saturday night at the Elks Lodge in Harrisonville, Missouri, you guys have the weigh-ins.
Yep, weigh in. Everybody has to be.
Are you still going to have the food truck?
Yes.
Same
thank
one from
God.
last year.
Yep, same food truck.
That-
Dude,
the only
that
thing,
one, dude, it was
only thing
money.
different we do want to bring up about this though is which the last place that we've had it the last 4 years we weren't even supposed to have alcohol there. I mean everybody did, but the Elks Lodge does sell alcohol there.
okay. Nice.
So it's not BYOB. You know, I mean,
That's fair.
keep everybody from out of the parking lot. You know, drinking beer out of their own cooler and stuff, and
I'm gonna-
support the Elks Lodge. You know.
I'm gonna say good luck to you.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, we're still gonna have still gonna have the people, but
It's
I
our
mean,
Be
policy.
respectful, guys. I mean,
Right.
they're letting them host the
It's
tournament.
a
there.
license
Right.
issue, is all
yeah,
it is.
It is.
Not,
I mean,
it's not
and they did inform me they are going to have beer for sale at the weigh-in area, as well as a full bar inside. So,
Sweet.
so I mean, there's no reason why you guys can't spend a little bit of money on.
yeah.
Things
Heck
awesome
yeah.
driving this year.
And that barbecue, I mean.
No, it's not barbecue.
Well,
It's
what
not
barbecue
barbecue
this last year? What was it?
It was like
It's
burgers.
a Hobby Time Grill.
Yeah,
they
that's
do
right.
burgers. And
Yeah, that barbecue place went. They sold.
they
it.
sold out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they kind of quit. doing
Barbecue
the
was really good.
catering.
I
It
can't
was
remember
good.
what they had last
It
year.
was like a jalapeno burgers. What I had.
Oh,
Something
damn,
like
that
that.
sounds good too.
I think they had funnel cakes and everything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
nachos and
I can't remember what I had out there. Maybe
It's
like
really
a
nice
nacho
because
something.
when you've been hunting all day, and
Right.
typically, for me, it's like you're in a bad mood because you didn't see anything or whatever,
Yeah.
and you get there and you're like, oh, hot meal, this is nice,
Right.
you know. And then it's a good time.
For sure.
You guys got a nice spread of stuff,
yeah.
and then all the different side pots and the it doesn't suck to suck side pot. I like that one.
Dude, I just like sitting down with friends and I have a bunch of, we all do have friends that we don't see except for some of the tournaments because
Yeah.
they're different parts of the state.
Right.
And just telling the stories of what happened today. Everybody's going to have some
I
funny
mean, we
story.
met you guys at tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
That's how we met everybody, like Calder and Deweese and all those.
pretty much.
They're
Everybody
all-
just hunting.
Well, they're the ones that told me about your all's tournament.
Yeah.
And so then we started doing that, met you guys, and then we see you guys the other ones.
I mean, that's how, honestly, you think about the hunting community in general, not just coyotes, but, I mean, that's how you,
right.
get out and doing stuff. That's how you meet a lot of people. And
Yeah.
these tournaments are, for as little as I'm doing them nowadays, just because, time but, man, it's fun to, get out there and meet people.
Yeah.
Because different tournaments have different groups of folks
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
for sure. I mean, it's
You know?
crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's crazy about like Midwest Wildlife's always one that we like to do.
Yeah.
That's a
You
good
know.
tournament too.
That's
gotta-
how we met Ryan. That's how we met Ryan Greco and the folks at
Yeah.
Midwest Wildlife
Yeah.
originally
Another
was
group of
their
good
tournament.
people.
Like you go over to Midwest Wildlife, and there'll be a handful of the same people that are at our tournament and stuff. But there's a huge different crowd between that tournament and ours and the Carthage one and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's several of the same, but I mean
Yeah.
there's if you put them all together, there's 500 teams out here hunting.
Yeah.
you
Right.
know?
And they all have different vibes, too.
Right,
Like,
for sure.
Yours is one way, like Midwest Wildlife is a different vibe.
Right.
Like the one in Santa Fe, or not Santa Fe, Concordia. It's not the one you're doing this weekend. That's a different one.
Yeah.
But what is his? Gosh.
NBK.
Yeah, MBK. Like his is different. His has changed a little bit because it used to be downtown there in Alma.
Yeah.
And
Not
not
Alma,
Alma,
Emma.
Emma.
Yeah.
And then now it's back. It's at his house now, so like that one's a little different. I mean, they're all just, got their different things. We're gonna try to do one this year that our buddy Coy Groff is helping put on in Carrollton.
Yeah.
That he's gonna be on our show in a few weeks, and don't know what to expect. Never done that
Right.
one, and it's a day and night one too.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it'll be fun because I've never done one of those.
Yeah.
Just like the different places you go, the sign-ins are sometimes different. Some of them, like yours and Midwest Wildlife, we do those because they're fun, and the Saturday night part is enjoyable.
Right.
You get to sit down with people, have a good meal,
Right.
talk to your buddies. There's other ones like it's all business,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
those are fun, I guess. But
Yeah. But let's face it, none of us are in this to go.
I'm not
make
trying
money.
to make
No.
money.
I'm
You
not
know.
that serious about it.
No,
Right.
right.
You know, I mean, it's not something nobody's ever going to get rich coyote hunting. You know.
And if you can, good for you.
Right. Exactly. But I mean, that's our deal. Like I said, I mean, we're not trying to host the biggest tournament. We're not trying to host the highest paying tournament.
Right.
We just want the coolest tournament in the area. You know, I mean, we want people. We've got several sponsors that come set up, like LTM, our Cerakote guy. He comes, sets up, got some stuff on display. He meets a ton of customers that way, and he gives away a ton of money worth of stuff. You know, I mean, several thousands of dollars worth of Cerakote jobs, and customer relations in that aspect. You know, Athlon, like I think Drake's going to hunt it this year.
Is he?
Yep.
Nice.
So we'll have some Athlon stuff. Of course, we'll have thermals on display.
Shout out to Drake, by the way.
Can we pay under the table to get Drake
I was
disqualified?
texting with him today, and he's like, "Can't wait to hear the one you're recording tonight." So I'm like, "All right, him and Jesse talk."
Right? Yeah. But he's gonna. If I can get him off the ducks, he's
big duck hunter.
he's supposed to be hunting it. But we'll have some thermals on display. We're gonna give away a thermal again. Do the deck of cards again.
Nice.
We've got some
Giving away a gun this year?
giving away several guns this year.
Several?
Yep.
It's always a fun item.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I think don't hold me to this, but I'm pretty sure the most dogs gun that's from SBY, it's going to be a Waypoint 2020.
Oh.
6 Creed with a Midas tack on it.
Dang.
That's gonna be exactly the same as my gun,
Right.
dude. I'm telling whoever wins that, I love that gun.
Yeah.
Is that carbon barrel too?
Yeah.
And
It's basically a precision rifle that was mass
made for
manufactured.
hunting, made for hunting, and it's a 20-inch barrel too, so it makes it a little more for a hunter.
Yeah.
Instead of a lot of 6 Creeds, they're stretched, which I understand, but it's just kind of nice. So
And then Randy at the trading company, she's doing a gun again.
We're going to have to start taking their tournament a little more serious if they have that on.
Oh, listen to you coming around.
I can't. I hope you guys do win it just so we can watch the hot dog deal if they do that again.
Austin's
my
got
God.
that one, man.
you beat me to it. Except
He's
I was
been
going to say
training.
Andy. Andy has got that one. Poor Jared,
Train
I'm
him a
assuming
whole
he's
life.
going to be with you guys.
I don't know. I really think if anybody
Training
actually trains for that, it would be Calder and DeWeese.
Deweese has
for
that
sure.
hands down.
They
Deweese for
would.
sure.
Deweese has it hands down.
Wieners, I'm all about it.
I'm thinking we need to do like a hot dog roller on the prize table. Like a portable one that if they get it, they could put in the back seat.
There you go.
You got to get a plug in, like a cigarette outlet plug in for it.
Oh, God.
Golly.
But yeah, this is the type of stuff, like what we're doing around this table is the type of stuff that happens at these tournaments. So if you're listening to this and you're a coyote hunter and you've never done a tournament, you ought to try it. It's a lot of fun. It is not expensive to enter.
No.
I don't remember. It's like,
Ours is $150.
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean most
$50 a person.
And you got,
Yeah.
and you got
Up to
three
three
bu-
people.
Yeah, 3
Yep.
guys, so it's $50 a person.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun. It's it gets you hunting all day. Which, let's be honest, like how often do any of us coyote hunters hunt all day?
That was a cool one. Yeah, so not to backtrack, but you guys have a deal because Pat and Garen almost just bit the bullet and did it. You have the first Bobcat checked in as one of the possible side pots, right?
We do. We're going to change that a little bit.
Oh, okay. I thought it was funny because I'll be honest with you, it would make me contemplate if I
Coming
shot a
in.
Bobcat first stand, I would
Well,
almost drive straight back.
Yeah,
That's why. I mean, last year we had a team. They got there like 2:30, and they're like, "We got a Bobcat. Like, we ain't seen no coyotes all day. We're just gonna sit here and wait for check-in." And I'm like, I mean, hats off to you guys. Like, cool, But so this
You
year, I
wanna
think
change
what we'll do, we haven't really finalized it yet, but we're probably gonna do the first Bobcat or fox killed. So
Video
it'll
time
be
stamp.
goes
yeah,
off
it'll be
time.
by their time of kill on their video.
That way somebody's not missing out on a day of hunting.
day of hunting, yeah.
Exactly.
but
That's
like
fair.
to go back to my point, like how often if we're going to go out coyote hunting, how often do we hunt all day?
Right.
Never.
No.
You do it in tournaments.
Yep.
And it's fun, like the middle of the day when you're struggling, especially like if the morning didn't go the way you wanted it to.
Right.
Like what was that? Remember that tournament last year? It was me, Micah, you two, Calder, and Daryl, and none of us killed a dog that day.
Oh.
That was a horrible day.
That was bad.
But like when you're not having the greatest morning, and then you get to the middle of the day, and then like you're just like, man, like what do we do? And me and you went and ate lunch.
Yeah, that was Midwest last year.
Yeah, and sometimes weather has a lot like
It was weather. It was February
windy.
and it was like
Yeah.
55 degrees,
Yeah.
60 degrees,
and windier than death.
Yeah, it was just a bad day.
Well, and it's a later tournament.
Yeah.
It's been called to for freaking
Yeah.
thermal season's
Right.
open.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everybody and their brothers out there.
Which they changed theirs this year. It'll be
There's a thermal portion
I think
of
it
it.
is, yeah.
It's thermal and day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those deals where I don't know. It kind of pushes your boundaries. You get out of your comfort zone some. There's hilarious stories that come from it every year. Like shit was not going well. We went and ate one of those trucks in Odessa, or hey, we went and ate lunch, and the next stand, someone's sleeping. Remember, what was that time Russell fell asleep?
He falls asleep anytime you feed him. So.
Yeah, you feed him, and he's just like,
yeah, he's out.
And
so.
you don't. That doesn't happen when you're just going on
Right.
2 or 3 sits.
Yeah.
Just wherever. So, looking forward to it. Me and Micah actually. I told you this. Were you already here?
I don't know.
I told him about the Christmas party that we're not going to this year.
Oh yeah, yeah. It always seems to land on their the family Christmas party. So.
We got the Christmas party thing came in the Facebook, and it's the same day as your tournament. We've had this tournament on our calendar for
3 months.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And and so this year we're like, we're not missing it. We're sponsors of it, and we got to be there. We got to be there.
Right.
And
You got a booth and
we got a booth and all this stuff. Like,
Got to talk to people.
Yeah,
We do.
Yeah.
Yes, Andy. Yes.
You guys have fun.
And
now these people are going to be expecting you to have a booth there. Y'all better get a booth together.
we are not having a booth, folks. Just so you know. But yeah, so we're looking forward to it. It's just kind of one of them deals, and yours is usually the first one that we do.
Yeah.
It's one of the first ones in the state. I mean, you guys are doing one this weekend.
Yep.
Which one's that?
Santa Fe Alumni Tournament out of Waverly. It's I think it's like a 50% payback tournament where they do a lot
More
of
a
like
fundraiser type.
yeah, like
Okay.
a lot of fundraisers and college funds, stuff like that.
Well, I'm not going to announce it because by the time they listen to this, it'll be
It'll be
over.
done.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
The only thing different that there's other tournaments that do, but they do like a Calcutta. So the entry fees all get split mainly for a fundraiser, and if you want to participate in a Calcutta, and that's people bet around a little bit, but that's the only different thing. It's the only one I do during the year that has one.
So I think 2 years ago,
Calder going to be in that one.
Jared and I won it,
No.
and I think we both. I think it was like $600 was the pot, if that. It might have been 400. I'm not real certain, but the Calcutta paid like $1,400 or something like that, and we didn't buy us in the Calcutta because they ran it up past what we had.
We're like,
we had
"Oh,
like $50 on us. So like, well, we got it to 50, and then it went for like 70, and yeah, somebody made bank.
Nice. Yeah, so there's that one, and then you guys are kind of like the one that kicks it off for us.
Like the main one.
Yeah, and just because it's one of the first ones in the state that I know of. I mean, let's see, it's December 12th, so yours is going to be the 14th.
Yep.
And then Christmas week, I don't think
Yeah.
I know of many going on.
I wouldn't think so.
We always try to do the
Yeah.
week between Christmas and New Year's.
I like it.
I do.
It's a good spot. It's a good spot. So there's yours, and then like I said, anybody that has got one, let us know about them. Andy may or may not put together a list this year. He's a busy fella right now, but
Piece of shit.
but if you know of them, we know that one. Obviously, there's Carthage. There's I'm pretty sure the one Corey usually helps with down in where the hell is that?
It's like I always want to say Salem, but it's not.
It's
Salem.
not. That's not. Gosh darn it! It pisses me off. It's the CCM.
It's like that Connor Clifton.
The Connor
Yes.
Clifton
Memorial.
tournament.
Yeah.
The Connor Clifton tournament. I think that's still going on. Don't quote me on it. There's Midwest Wildlife.
Eldon
There's
has one for
MBK.
the police department. They raise funds for Eldon Police Department.
Okay.
Carthage
That's
has
cool.
one.
Mercer County.
Mercer County has
always
one.
We'll figure out a list. I'll make
Yeah, we'll
Micah
try to
do
put
it.
the list together because that seems to help people.
That somebody on one of the Missouri Predator pages started a list.
Yeah.
The
Copy.
Minmo Fur Pounders started a list.
Okay.
I've seen.
Copy.
And then there's actually a Facebook
Copy
page
and
that says,
Copy paste.
Missouri
Hey,
Predator Tournament or something like that.
Yeah.
I think. So.
Yeah, there's way. Actually, I think that's where we get a lot of that information. Is that
It's just
Missouri-
hard to organize them. There's
Yeah.
no organized because everybody posts theirs and they stack up on top of
Right,
each other.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, and if
And
you're
I
looking
just
to
keep
do a lot of
reposting
them,
and reposting ours and just keep
right.
reposting.
yep. And so if you're looking to do a lot of them, it's it's nice to be able to find like, well, when are these? Where are they? Because some of them, like you'll see the flyer and it doesn't say where it is.
Right.
Well, where the hell is this at?
Yeah.
That's the thing that drives me nuts the most is what you just said. They'll have this big elaborate flyer, and you're like, well, where's it at? And it doesn't say the name of a town on there at
I
all.
read the reason why a lot of them places do that is because they're worried about like anti-hunting organizations
Showing up.
and
I
stuff
guess I can
showing
see
up.
that. Yeah. Well,
And,
that has happened.
Right.
Let them
it
show
happened.
up. What are they going to do, cry?
Well, there used to be a huge tournament in Missouri. was it called the Worlds?
No,
Back-
I think you're thinking
It's
of
up
Bethany.
northwest, yeah.
The Bethany.
And they
Yeah,
stopped
Bethany.
doing that tournament because of
No, that's not why they quit doing that
well,
one.
somebody did. Maybe
They-
it wasn't that one.
They stopped doing that one because they accused a whole bunch of people of cheating, and I think it was like a $30,000 pot.
It got too big.
Yeah.
It just got too
And
big.
finally
It
they
Put
really-
too much money on the
Yeah.
line. Somebody's
Right,
going to
exactly.
yeah,
You know,
there,
that was the
there
thing.
was another one then that maybe it was up in northeast Missouri or whatever, but an anti-hunting group got involved.
I know
in it.
one in Warrensburg here a few years ago had a group out of St. Louis saying they were coming to protest it and all this stuff, and
Oh God, that would be
they're
hilarious.
like, "Yeah, come on."
Yeah.
I don't want to like wish anti-hunting groups around any of us, but that would be funny as shit.
As long as they help me weigh dogs, that's all I ask.
Here, hold this
Here,
dog.
hold this one.
Oh God.
Start CPR. It may come back.
Let's shoot him again.
Sir, it's missing his chest cavity.
Yeah, but awesome. Well, hey, Jesse, thanks, Jesse and Harley, thanks for coming, and then Austin, thanks for tagging along with Andy.
Heck yeah.
And then making them drive back and get that headset. It's so much better quality. I appreciate you.
No one even listens to this.
I do.
You're kind of right.
Appreciate it.
I listen to y'all.
I appreciate
I
you.
listen to one that's not about deer hunting, so
So almost never.
yeah, I'll listen to coyote hunting ones.
Well, you're about to listen a lot then.
It's
but
that
yeah,
time of year.
it is that time of year. So thanks for coming, fellas, and kind of kicking off coyote season with us. It's always a fun time. You know, we didn't get in a lot of detail about tactics or whatever, but I like talking gear with you guys and just seeing what changed from last year and, you know, what you're going to do. You guys are going to be do a Missouri Disabled Sportsman deal also, which doesn't seem like we're going to be doing this year. We did that. Was the first year we were doing it with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Last year got canceled for weather.
Right.
And this year, so that's always a fun time down there, Duckhorn, with the Missouri Disabled Sportsman taking, what was it, 3 or 4?
I think there are 4 hunters this year.
Hunters the first time, and then last year I think it was going to be 4 again.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens this year since we're potentially
You guys
not
got
able
4
to do
this
it.
year again?
They're supposed. I just saw the deal. They're applying for it now.
Good.
It's supposed
Yeah.
to be 4.
Gotcha. So, you know, it's just kind of like that transition. I always say you go through, like, for me, when Christmas hits, something in my brain just kind of turns the deer off, and I start thinking, you know, coyotes.
Coyotes, it's always on.
It is,
Yeah.
but for several months of my life, I
Right.
could give a shit about a coyote. I
Yeah.
care about whitetail. And
I wonder
then
what that's like.
Yeah.
it's
I was
kind of
gonna say,
nice. Honestly, it's kind of nice because they're two totally different
I'm
things.
going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you didn't have to wear orange at all during deer season,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably just coyote hunt. Like, the only reason why, if I'm going to wear orange, I guess I'm going to chase them things.
Right, yeah.
Well,
You guys
see,
got to wear orange this
I-
weekend, don't you?
I'm the only guy who will not shoot a coyote when I'm deer hunting. If
I
I
will.
can't call him in, I ain't shooting him.
I did.
I mean, I will, but I mean, I don't. Like, I've watched them
yeah.
linger on,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I get into deer hunting too. I get into deer hunting with the kids and stuff. But
Yeah. For me, I guess it's nice being ate up about 2 things.
yeah,
I'm not mad that anybody's ate up more on coyotes than they are deer,
Right.
but I'm ate up on both of them kind of equally.
Right.
And for me, it's kind of nice because they're not really related whatsoever.
Yep.
They're 2 totally
I
different.
like the
forms of
transition,
hunting.
like you said,
That's what I
though.
like,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, you do start off like a couple years ago. I mean, this summer we didn't really coyote hunt that much, but a couple years ago, I mean, we hit it hard. We probably hunted 300 and some days out of the year,
Yeah.
and killed a lot of coyotes. But like you said, get out of summer, deer hunt for a little while, transition to coyotes, and then once the coyotes start tapering off, especially now with thermal season, then it starts warming up. Then it's back into turkey mode.
I could give a shit about a turkey.
Yeah,
I like turkey hunting, but I'm terrible at it.
yeah,
And I just don't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
If they let me shoot him with a rifle, I'd probably hunt him.
That's a blast too.
Yeah.
Does that go back to your lack of shotgun?
No,
Liking.
it goes to my farm that I have because right now there is a flock of about 35 of them. Come spring, they just disperse and they'll be there, but where my farm is, they don't gobble.
They're the special non-gobbling turkey.
They're not vocal. They're there. There'll be a handful of toms there, but they just won't talk. And I suck at like stalking a quiet animal. Apparently,
Well,
That doesn't help that you're
you
7
are
foot
a
tall.
tall.
Oh, yeah, you're 7 foot tall. Look at that guy a mile and a half away walking at us. He thinks he's crouched down. Meanwhile, I'm full strut. They're like that little.
Yeah, you just got to wear black, Nate.
If you wear
just gotta wear
black,
black.
they think you're a turkey.
And he puts the decoy on his head, and they just think it's a turkey out there.
Is that guy getting fucked by a turkey?
He didn't have to crawl to use the scoot and shoot. He could just walk.
Just wear a black
Ain't no
jumpsuit.
scooting.
You're good.
Hey, sometimes it works. All right, but thanks, boys, for coming, and good luck to everybody this year on the tournament season, and good luck to, I guess, our teams that are going to be doing it. You guys don't hunt it, I'm assuming.
No, we always
Yeah.
just go out to see what the day's like.
Yep. It'd be hard to run a tournament.
Our
and try
phone's
to
going
hunt it.
off, and
We hunt. I think we hunted it the first year.
And that was that. You spent like so much time on your phone.
well, I mean,
dealing
one
with
of our
stuff.
one of our deals is, I mean, if you head shoot a coyote or whatever, just call us or FaceTime us or whatever. Well, by 9 o'clock, we've got 5 headshot coyotes. I mean, people are calling and stuff, that's what we're there for. Like, we're there to answer the phone. There to.
Stop shooting them in the face.
I think it was you, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It
yeah,
came out and looked at me, and it was a bad deal.
we'd much rather be available and be able to help people out on whatever they got.
Yeah.
than-
Nice.
I think that's the whole reason I haven't tried to put one on, is because I don't want to give up hunting to put one on,
yeah.
and you have to.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, Coyote season kickoff show complete. Good luck to everybody this year, and shoot straight. Anybody else got any words of wisdom they want to leave with? Andy, we waited for you for an hour,
I
so
think
give
that
us
was the
some words.
fifth time you've asked us. I think we're still out.
Yeah,
Give us some words
You
of
can't,
wisdom.
I got some. You can't kill coyotes in the rain if you're sitting in the truck.
Yes, you
He
can.
can.
Legally.
In Kansas.
Depends where the truck's sitting.
All right. See you guys.
Say it.